Personal Smoochie. Is that how the song goes? Oh, welcome back to another episode of Smoochie Town. And guess what? We have two amazing guests today, guys. Two comedians, two hot comedians. But before we get there, you know what time it is? It's the Smooch of the Week. I was in Vegas recently, all right? And I was just milling about the slots at about 4 in the morning looking for someone to talk to, right? And I found someone that talked to me. Yeah, and he brought me to a small after party in a random part in Vegas. Knew no one. There was some fun business going around the coffee table. I didn't partake. Yes, I did. And then I ended up sleeping at the girl's house that owned it that I just met. You know, a little random smooch. So we go to her room after everyone leaves at 7 in the morning. She has to wake up early, so she was like, I don't have much time. I was like, all right. So she was like, are you going to take your belt off? And I was like, yeah. I was like, oh, go time, baby. And then as soon as the belt was taken off, the lights were off, and I tried to like talk to her and like talk dirty to her, and she shushed me. She shushed me in bed. And then she turned me over and spanked me with my own belt, and that's the Smooch of the Week.
That's a true story?
That is a true story about 2 weeks ago.
I thought you said she was going to peg you or something.
No.
And then she fucked me in my
ask.
asshole.
Hey, I didn't turn me over and gave me what I've been asking for. All right. Our two guests today, fantastic comedians. You know them from everywhere. Give it up for Alex, CUREAU, and Brittany FURLAN.
I'm just clapping for us.
Yeah. Guys, have you ever been spanked?
Yes. When I was a child.
Sexually?
When I was a child.
We just start. Let's start the podcast off hot with your molestation story.
Yeah. Get it out of the way.
Uncle Bill just
no, me and my dad are
died.
closer than ever.
Do you enjoy?
No, I think not sexually. No.
No. What are your kinks?
Ooh, that's a good one, dude. I'm a big. I like when a girl wears fishnets. I like,
kinky?
I like. Look, I'm a Southern gentleman.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, you can ask me a question.
Do the cowboy boots stay on when you're fucking?
I mean, look,
These boots are made for fucking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna fuck all over you.
Yeah, no.
Yeehaw!
It depends.
That's a
If I'm
new
fucking in
jingle.
gravel, they stay on.
Jesus Christ.
No, the boots come off. I don't wear boots that often. It's snowing where I'm from. And I came to LA. I was like, I don't want to pack a bunch of shoes. This seemed easy. We don't have to talk about shoes. No. And that's the shoe of the week.
Nice.
Screaming.
Britt,
Yo.
same question.
What
Do you
is
have any
it?
kinks?
No, dude, I'm so boring.
Really?
Like, literally, no.
I feel like it's not an act, but like you're very like dirty talking, but you're like the sweetest, like almost sense like girl, like fellow Italian. Just like
No, I mean like I'm good. I'm fun. Like I have fun in bed. I'm not a a stiff. But you know, I don't know. I don't like the people that are too. Like, you know, I hooked up with a guy one time and he was making like animal noises and stuff, and I was like, all right, I'm good. He was like a gorilla.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, all right.
How did he
I'm
breathe
good.
normally?
Normal. And then all of a sudden he like did like
Because
like
I do get
weird,
up like this. Like,
You're just like almost in heart failure. It's like it's not even you trying to be sexual.
yeah, I have to take breaks during sex.
Do you?
Oh, dude, it's the
Screaming.
best. You kidding me?
Do you have a
Yeah.
girlfriend?
Well, R.I.P.
Oh, she died?
No. She's actually in that plane that got turned over in Canada.
She saw you wearing these boots and
Yeah,
she
she
fucking
was like,
killed
oh.
herself and you're having sex
that's
with
the
her.
last
We already know
straw.
the boots are made for fucking, all right?
I'm
No.
screaming.
No, it's something I just got out of something like a few days ago. Yeah,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You just start crying right now. You're like, oh, it's fine.
What are you talking
It's
about?
all good, guys. I'm fine. I'm fine.
What do you
I was like, what?
what do you typically go for in a girl? Like what'd you lose?
Now?
Oh, jeez. How long were y'all together? Oh, it's a long time.
No.
He's like 17 years.
No. I don't want to talk about this. 8 months, but it was just.
Oh, that's short.
But it was good. It was good, and then it got bad.
And it was your fault.
Look, for once and for all, finally not. Like, that's the thing. It's kind of, I think, been easier to just kind of like settle off of. Is because like I did everything I could.
Oh.
Yeah.
Except take the jacket off when you're having sex. He's like, please, take the jacket off.
Put your jacket.
You're completely naked
If it
with
was up
just
to you,
the
if I
jacket.
just pulling my dick out of my jeans, I'm just like, it's coming through the hole. Just gotta keep the boots on. The hat's definitely staying.
The
on.
hat's non-negotiable.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no. What was the question?
I'm dead. It was all about
do you look for in a
spanking
girl?
and kinkiness.
Look for now I just like a peace. I just like I'm going to give you everything you want. I'll be a good boyfriend. I will be a good partner to you. Just do the same. Just emulate.
Just
right?
don't have borderline personality disorder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's all I
I've got enough
ask.
personality for both of us. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
shit.
No, but like, yeah, just I think it's like how long have you been married now?
I've been married for 6 years
Ooh.
with my partner.
I don't know you, like we've never met, but I do know the relationship, obviously.
Yeah.
That seems like something like a lot of people would think that wouldn't work. How did you make something like that work?
Why would they think it didn't work?
Because there's two. Come on now, it's just two different kind of. Or are you the same person? That's what I'm asking. I'm trying to get it
We're
down.
exactly the same
Yeah.
person,
Okay,
and that's
okay.
why it works.
Yeah,
Good,
that's
yeah.
what I was.
It's like,
See, I'm not trying to judge. I'm
Whoa,
genuinely
you're really
curious.
cool. Whoa, you're really cool. Whoa.
Let's be cool together.
We're literally
Okay,
the
great.
same
Yeah.
person. That's
Can we
like
cut
the
this
thing.
out? I just look like an asshole.
No, you don't at
I'm
all.
genuinely curious, but it's like
Yeah,
it's like
no.
the thing. What do you look for in a person? I guess the older you get, like I'm 33 now. The older you get, you go peace. I just want peace. I want effort, the same effort.
So
Give
we're
me the
looking for
same.
a nice 62-year-old for Alex. Nice, hot.
Dude.
What's the oldest you've ever had sex with?
Actually, this is 64, but she did not look 64. It was an LA 64.
Yeah, they are hot.
Yeah,
Listen.
they are.
When I was,
I would
it was
have a
when I first
sugar
lived
mama
here.
in a
State of
heartbeat.
mind.
When I first lived here, 21. I remember I had a Mustang.
Wait,
that I
you
felt
were
like
21?
when I was
And
here.
she was 64?
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
a little
That's
worse.
a little different. Well, that's statutory rape.
Okay, then,
I told her I
well,
was 17. I
Where
was
is that
really
woman?
No, she's probably,
Probably
dead.
dead.
She's just parked outside the podcast like this.
Yeah,
Just waiting.
I met her at a Diddy party, so it was fucking. Yeah.
Did you really?
No, of course not.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
I was too old to be invited.
Oh wow, yeah.
Nice.
Wow, that's crazy. 64. So how was it? Good?
It was. I mean, I was 21. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like in terms of, it was fun.
How did it happen?
I had a Mustang at the time. I moved here. I had like money from just I played football, so I had money from my grants and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm gonna go buy a Mustang. I had the Mustang for 3 months. And one night I'm at a bar and it's parked outside, and I did the most LA shit. I was like, you wanna ride the Mustang? Like we've been hanging
You
out.
hit on the 64-year-old.
64-year-old.
There's like two 20-year-olds standing next to her. They're like, us?
like,
He's
you-
like, nah,
I was-
fuck you.
no, yeah.
I
I
want
want-
you.
She was
I
hitting
want
Come
the
here,
line-
wrinkles.
I want the line chef.
The line chef. Yeah. The hostess, maybe. No, but I didn't know she was 64 till after.
I didn't know you ended up raping her.
I okay, wow.
We find out this podcast, he just like sneaks into old people homes and fucking has sex with like old people and shit.
Yeah.
He's like, I got something kind of case. It's not that
I'm the
kinky,
nice
but
stalker, but opposite.
Yeah.
Just break
So
in, try to please them.
so your kinks aren't just peace. It's older women.
No, that my kinks is, I think, legitimately my main. The one I can think of on the top of my head is I like rip it open like a fucking fishnet, right? It's kind of just getting in
But wait,
there.
I have a question. So what's like, okay, so are you on the apps or no?
No, I am now. I
Well, yeah,
downloaded
because
the app
it's,
today.
but it's so new, right?
Yeah,
so
I downloaded the app today because I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna be like, let's just.
you're
I
just sad, so you just
I
need
think
to
I've been.
like,
I
not think about it.
Now that I'm talking about it, I'll probably delete it tonight because I'm like, I don't even want to deal with this.
It's
Yeah,
such
yeah,
a
yeah.
waste
I have
of
so
time.
much
But
other
wait.
things to do.
They're a waste of
I have
time.
so many friends that are on apps, and it's just they're like, look at this girl I fucked. Look at this girl I fucked. And it's just one of those things like,
But I met my husband on an app, and it actually can be a place to meet someone
Which
really
one?
good. Raya.
see, that's the only one because it's
Okay.
people that are like, I feel like sure they can hook
Your
up. and-
Hinge and stuff is not good.
I don't know. The Hinge
Okay.
is the one I downloaded, so we'll see.
Everyone says that's
Everybody
good,
back in
or
Boston,
Bumble.
go look for Oscar on Hinge.
I'm
No.
screaming, not everybody.
Yeah.
But wait,
No, if you're
How's
64,
Boston?
what did you set your age ranges to?
Got some whales, dude.
64 to 63. No. The normal age ranges.
I'm screaming. No, but like, what's the oldest you would date right now? Like
see, that's,
reality wise.
how am I getting put on trial right now?
I have a podcast,
You're
and
not-
this is his
you're in the hot
podcast.
seat.
You're
So
in the
now
hot
I'm
seat.
interviewing you like it's my
Yeah.
podcast. But
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious. As someone who's hooked up with a 64-year-old, if you met another 64-year-old and she was smoking,
Yeah, of course.
would you-
I'm single. I'm a horn dog. In the
no,
sense,
but
yeah.
would you like have a relationship or
That
no?
depends. That's all the things that come
But you're
after.
open to it.
I'm open to anything if I'm happy.
Anything.
What does that mean?
If I'm happy, like,
I'm screaming.
Took the dick out of my mouth and started thinking he's gay.
Well,
Who
hold on.
said
What's
anything?
your-
Bring out Jimbo. I'm just kidding.
I didn't say
I'm
anybody.
just kidding.
Wait, so what? So you met your husband on an app? So
Yeah.
You think apps work? Yeah.
And
I mean,
Raya
pro
listen,
feels-
the
Raya
only
feels
one
like the
I was
one-
ever
yeah.
on because listen, guys, like that came out. Okay, so social media was like I was around when there was no social media, and then social media came a thing, and it was like 2017 that they came out with Raya. or maybe 2016. But anyway, I was on there for like 5 seconds, and then I matched with maybe a couple people. I went on like maybe 2 dates, and then I matched with my husband, and it was just like,
no
and that
way.
was it.
What was the opener? Who opened?
I think he messaged me, and he used to follow me on Vine.
Oh, there.
And he was like, "I used to watch your Vines. You're stupid." And I was like, "Thanks, you're fucking stupid." It's like,
no, you're stupid.
And we just went back and forth like, "Stupid,
Stupid?
stupid. No,
Stupid
you're
head."
stupid."
And then you just like gradually like started coming together.
And we're like, "You're
physically.
stupid. You're stupid.
You're stupid.
God, this is the
Is that how you guys have
stupidest
sex? Or
thing ever done.
Stupid fuck."
If
No.
I'm not crying, I'm not coming.
Oh, serious. All right, that's getting too real. Too real. I'm dead. But yeah, no. So it was kind of crazy because I never got to experience like Tinder or Bumble or Hinge, and I'm glad because I'm hearing like war stories. You know what I mean? Like my girlfriends who are single right now are like, it's a battlefield. Like I don't care what I go through with my husband. Like I never want to be single again. Like it's so bad. Like from what they tell me, they're like they'll go on dates with guys, and like the guy will ask them on the date, and then halfway through the date, if they're like not feeling them, they'll just be like, yeah, so we're gonna like split the bill or whatever. Like guys are doing shit like
That's
that. Even
just
after
disgusting.
asking
No,
the
don't
girl
even
on
say
the
you
date.
split the bill on a date.
No.
If you
if it's
ask
not
them-
going anywhere, if you're not, if
I
you're,
will
if,
always cover the tab still. I'm just
If
too like.
you
what if she
asked her-
sucks?
Where she sucks? How does she suck? Like rude, or like on her phone the entire time?
What if you're just like, oh, I
Or
don't
if
even
there's
want to
no
be on this.
connection.
Yeah, like here's the thing is, I would never say it, but it's not a thing I'm gonna go. He did what? Right? If he's like, oh, this isn't really going anywhere. Who asked who on the date? If she was like, hey, let's make plans, different. I always pay for the dates, all right? Dude? Yeah. What I'm saying is, I get that. If,
Well, we're finding out why the last relationship didn't work out. Well, she didn't suck my dick good last night. You got to pay for it, Bethany.
I Venmoed myself. No.
Whenever I get like a hooker, like
Do you get hookers?
I asked him to
no, it's
split
only
the
been
bill all
like
the
twice.
time.
Twice. Arrows.com.
What is it?
$1,300
How, what's the
for
name
an
of
hour.
the website?
EROS. And they're so
I have a
hot.
bookmark.
They're so hot. You have a
Dude,
bookmark?
this is crazy. Look at that's you're not finding her on there.
Yeah, you are. Hottest
I've
girls.
had a.
You get the hottest girls. It's like $1,300 for an hour. And then, but like when they get there, like I want to kind of know about them
She
and like
looks
warm up
64.
over a drink.
Do
Why
they
are
go
they
to your
all
house
in
or do you go
chains?
to theirs?
They go to mine.
Yeah.
So mad nobody.
Yeah, and then they're like, one time I paid like $1,300 to get her over, and she was blowing me with a condom on, and then
They always use condoms, right?
yeah, practice safe
Oh.
sex, which I'm fine with. Yeah.
Whoa.
And then
There's that
Christian
64-year-old.
just starts ordering one.
I know. All of a sudden, it's like
all
add
you
to
hear is-
cart.
all you hear is Christian on
Well,
the phone. Yeah, about an hour and a half.
Yeah, $1,300. That's
And
like
then
pretty
she was like,
cheap.
"It's gonna be more to have sex." It was like $2,600, and I lasted 3 minutes because I don't last long. And then it was like waste money.
Why would you ever need that?
Because
Why
it's
would
at
you ever
4 in the
admit to
morning
this?
and like there's no. See, I don't have to pay for
No,
sex.
I don't shame him because I
No.
dated a guy who was really into escorts.
Yeah, like
And
you just.
he would like bring them into our relationship. Like
Wow.
some guys are just like into it. Like it's kind of like
Well, here's the thing: is I get that aspect of it. Like, let's get another girl. We know this person; she's professional. It'll be fine. There's no strings attached. We don't have to go out and be like, let's find a girl. That makes sense.
yeah,
But
or it's like a friend. You're like, we
Yeah,
can't ask Patricia to
can't.
like
Because
I-
then he's making eye contact with the friend more, and you get jealous.
yeah or something like
exactly.
that.
That's the other thing. Is
yeah.
you're like, oh, let's do that girl. And you're like, why that girl? And you're like, oh fuck, here
Yeah.
we go. Yeah, I think that I'm not knocking you. It's $1,300 sounds like a lot for you, right? Like,
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I get
buddy,
it.
I don't have that kind of money. I don't have that type of money.
I
at
had
all.
No, but I'm saying you don't even need to do that.
Yeah.
Guys,
Like
it was
my
like
ex
twice.
who was into it, was not good looking guy.
Oh, really?
So like that's why he
Yeah.
was into it.
100% that makes
Hear
sense.
that? Brittany thinks
The
I'm
kind of
good
guy that
looking,
like had
so-
to pay for sex.
Did you just say I'm good looking?
Yeah, you're a good looking guy.
Here we go.
Yeah.
There we
Shut
go.
up.
Thank
He's
you.
like my little dumb brother. Get out of
Facts,
here.
Facts.
Get out of here. I'm dead.
Wait, so you both are on the comedy show tomorrow? Are you guys?
Oh,
gonna-
that's
Oh
right.
yeah,
that'll
that's
be fun.
crazy.
I'm actually very excited. I have to fly out immediately after. I'm really
No way.
dude. I have to get back home because I have other shows I have to do back home.
Taking that upside down Delta plane.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they better be cheap.
Bro, I will not fucking fly. I'm riding a bike. Like I don't
Well,
give a
not
fuck.
only
I will
that,
take a train.
Think about how much tickets are gonna have to be cheaper now, just
Dude,
just
what is
because
happening?
of the danger, right?
So
There's
here-
a plane crash every day
Yeah,
now.
well-
every day turn on the news. Well, there was
Yeah.
another one just fucking crashed into a mountain. You're like, what the
Yeah,
fuck,
what
dude?
is
Like,
happening?
Do you know what's so? I think about this. I go. I'm not afraid to die in a plane crash because it's instant.
how do you know?
100% it's instant. It's instant.
What do you
It's-
mean
You're
it's instant?
crashing to the ground at 200 miles an hour.
I don't know.
No,
if
the
no.
anticipation.
Then how did they all stay alive? The ones
Because
from-
it flipped over on the ice. It just kind of turned over. People were hurt, but then nobody died. Nobody had serious injuries.
obviously a crash like that, but if a crash.
So what happened is that when it came in, it started sliding on the ice. The
And then it
wingtip
rolled,
broke. And
it rolled.
And it just rolled on
Oh.
its side. Yeah. It was already at, like only going like 50, which if you've been in a
But
car.
do you really think it's because I read somewhere that even if you do have like, you know, a catastrophic fast death, I heard it takes 7 minutes for the brain to shut down.
But here's the thing: is you have to think about your brain is obliterated.
You think?
Why do you think?
You think that people on the
So the people that bought the you know what sucked? The people that died from the plane that got hit by the helicopter, because some of them froze to death.
No, that's and
Some
they
of
were
them-
lo-
but also-
in the water. They found people strapped in
But
their
also,
seats.
at that point, that plane's going 150 miles an hour. When it gets hit, it stops dead air. A lot of people probably broke their necks and died. Like, the thing is scary about plane crash is that kind of plane crash. I'm like, all right, they got hit by a plane, it exploded, and they kind of all died pretty much on this.
Do you think they all exploded?
No. They recovered a lot of bodies. What I'm saying is the plane was still coming in fast,
Right.
and it's still a sudden stop, right? You're still just like it's not like a car seatbelt or airbags.
Yeah.
Where you have something, you're just your neck's broken, and you're kind of dead. I would hate if you're 30,000.
I hope he's right. 'cause
Well,
I
well,
to
the
think
thing-
about
so
those
also you have to
poor
think-
people and the little kids.
The
and
reason
stuff.
masks come down when you're so I take flying lessons. I've always been big in aviation. It's like my autistic
okay.
trait.
So you
I
are,
went to- I went
are
to-
you
yeah.
autistic?
Oh yeah, you went to it. Yeah. So no, I think it's everybody has
You're
because it's
just a little bit on the
well,
spectrum.
everybody is because
Oh, I definitely
yeah,
am
yeah.
too,
And I
yeah.
think this
I'm
is
full
mine.
blown retarded.
Yeah,
This
don't
is
cut that
Yeah, you
word.
are.
You're gonna
Sorry.
get canceled for
You
that.
stupid
Don't-
faggot.
I'm
Come
looking
on,
out
man.
for you. I know. We gotta bleep all that. Bleep all that. The wokes will get us.
The Vokes will get
the
us.
Vokes will get us.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you. So
no,
you've
no,
been
it's-
taking
we're all
aviation
talking.
classes.
Well, yeah, but I've always been in aviation, and so the thing is, reason masks come down is because when a cabin gets depressurized, you start to lose oxygen and you pass out. So a lot of people, let's say if a plane starts to fall out of the sky at 30,000 feet and there's pressure lost, you're probably going to pass out before you.
I
even
would
hit the
hope
ground.
I would pass out.
Yeah, but that's also
Are you
worse.
afraid to
'cause
fly?
Oh, you are.
you-
are.
Yeah, you're just having a heart attack, kind of. It's
Brittany, are
awful.
you afraid to fly?
I hate it. I've always hated
I
it.
love flying so much.
I love it.
I hate it.
Like if the airline's good. Like I'm not. I went on.
You're not even scared at all of it, like
No,
dropping out of the
no,
sky.
I'll pop a Zen and I wake up there.
Well, that's
Yeah, but so that this
And
is,
ginger ale on flights hit way better than
Ginger ale. I love a ginger ale.
On a flight,
ginger
though?
ale is
With
so
alcohol?
a
good.
no alcohol,
No,
just
just
Seagrams
regular
on ice,
gingy.
baby. Just a little
Just a little
Seagrams?
gingy.
Seagrams. I'm a
Little
Seagrams guy.
Seagrams.
I'm a
I
Seagrams
thought it was
guy.
Seagrams.
Yeah, Seagrams.
Oh,
Seagrams, Seagrams, who knows?
Comment-
Grams,
He just
Marco,
pronounces
Grams.
every letter.
Comment below.
Hey guys, hey at Seagrams.
My
Are you
favorite-
Seagrams or are you Seagrams?
It's going to be a bunch of people just commenting the word Seagrams or Seagrams, and you're like, I can't tell the difference. Like, no, it's
can't.
Seagrams.
You don't
No, it's
know.
Seagrams.
Also, shout out to Eros.com.
This is actually
Sponsor this
Ladies,
Look
can
at
I
the
introduce you to a
sponsor
couple of
of the podcast.
Seagrams?
Maybe give
Is that
Marco.
cocaine on a boat?
You get one dick suck for 50%
one. Can I
off
get
if
at
you
least?
use
Can I
code
get one free
Marco
fuck?
D.
I get a free fuck a week. They don't give me money.
What if this kind of shit? They're like, don't fucking mention us. It's supposed to. What if they come at you?
I mean, I don't think there's advertising for it.
How is it legal in LA?
I don't think it is.
You can't
No,
be.
none of it's legal.
I was gonna say.
No, it's just like escorting's getting paid to hang
In
out.
Nevada, it's legal.
That's the thing is
Getting paid to hang out. They don't know what you're doing behind doors.
right.
But the initial.
But in Nevada, it's legal, right?
No, Euros generally understood. No, sorry, this is your cue. Go.
I can't read.
Okay.
Yeah, you haven't hit
We all
No,
have bad
Eros
eyesight.
generally understood as referring to sexual activity is not legal. Eros generally is prostitution is legal in the state. However, providing companionship services as an escort is legal as long as no sexual acts are involved. That's why you have to pay first.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So that's just if you want to have a good time with like a friend. and
Can you
shit.
imagine a girl who signs up on there and she's like, we're just friends.
Yeah.
Give me that $1,300.
You just give me a ride to the airport.
I'm here to hold your hand, buddy.
That's a good point, actually.
But going
yeah.
back to apps, why do you feel like guys have to get a creative, witty response, like opener, instead of just saying, "Hey, what's up"? Because if a girl slides in saying, "Hey, what's up" to me, I'm answering. You don't have to get creative.
Depending on what?
What?
Depending on what? She says, "Hey, what's up?" But she looks like fucking.
Oh no, I'm talking about hot girls.
Yeah. If I
Would you guys ever give a girl that's not that hot a chance if she was really cool and really funny?
Funny, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like,
I'd give her a chance to get some lines in. Sure, like
You're like, I'd give her a
some
chance.
dialogue.
I'd give her a chance to get plastic surgery.
No. That's tough.
I get her a chance at plastic surgery.
Get on those. What are they called? The MP
That's
ones.
funny as
I'd give her a
fuck.
chance to be on the Swan.
Yeah.
But it's the same. It's this, look. This is a tale as old as time.
Alex, we're putting you on the hot seat.
Is this thing
We're
on?
just asking about the heavy hitters.
Wait, but for real, if you met like the coolest girl, like she was fucking awesome, right?
Yeah,
But not that hot.
I dap her
But
up.
you guys were.
I wouldn't
Kismet.
take her on a date because I can't lie to myself and act like looks don't play a big part in the relationship because they do.
How
I'm not
much
gonna be
is looks?
attracted to
What
her.
percentage?
Also, would you go 50-50 with her on the date?
100%.
No, never.
Even if she's
My
not
dad, I'm
attractive?
full Italian.
Oh,
3
that's a good
sisters.
man.
Walk on the outside of the street. Open
Come
car doors.
on,
Always.
that's a good
Ooh,
guy.
all right. When you answer this question, we're going to talk about this outside, inside of the street business.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, I need to hear this. We're
Percentage?
not. Can we just
Percentage?
focus for 1 second?
She has to be 70% hot.
70% hot. Okay, 30% cool.
Oh, 70%.
She has to be at least a 7.
At least a 7 out of 10.
But hold on, but personality can affect that.
Yeah, personality can make them
Just
hotter.
say how. Like,
She's
here's
got to
the-
be hot, Britt. I don't know what you want her to do.
Yeah, I
She's
have
got to be smoking and a
I'm
fat ass.
Yeah, she has to just. I have to be attracted to her.
Yeah, I have to be the attracted
That's
to
the
her.
point. Because I have to look at her and go, she's. And here's the thing:
Yeah.
is I've met people that are attractive, but sometimes I see how they treat somebody, or I'm seeing them in a different.
Yes.
And it
Yeah,
instantly
that can
takes
make 'em
away
ugly,
from-
right?
Yeah,
Oh,
hideous,
man.
to be honest.
Why do you think I'm so funny?
I've
then-
met like really hot guys, and then they're just so fucking boring. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
right?
This sucks.
Most
like,
hot people are boring.
What about if the sex is bad? Do you think sexual chemistry is a huge part of it?
huge.
Right? Because I've had hot
Huge.
ass girls.
Ew, and then they can't kiss. Have you ever had
Not-
somebody who can't
oh
kiss?
yeah, like
where
a
they're like this,
guppy.
like,
Yeah.
like they have no rhythm or no passion.
And or like dead fish.
That makes me feel. I'm like, oh, are they just doing this as a courtesy?
where they're like kissing you, like
I'm like, because
yeah,
you
yeah.
kiss
there's
people.
no tongue, just like
You kiss people and you go, hold on,
Smoochie down.
hold on, you're
Smoochie down,
you're like
that's
you're
a-
29. How do you not get this yet? Like how have you not got
Exactly.
this?
Isn't it weird?
Has no one? Are you that hot that no one's been like, you suck? When I first met the girl, I was like, oh, when we first kissed, it wasn't that great.
Yeah.
And she asked me. At that point we were fine, so I felt comfortable saying.
that's why you broke up.
No. We broke up for a myriad of reasons. That's how it
A
goes.
myriad. Pulling out that word. Jesus
yeah, I
Christ.
found that on Eros.com.
Eros.com.
No, but yeah, I think look, she has to be attractive, right? It's the same
Yeah.
goes for a girl. A guy can be on. That's the thing is,
Excuse me, I have dated some straight up gnomes.
no.
Like,
but
I have
where-
dated-
Did you see them on stage?
Oh,
Whoa.
Yo,
You
don't
are, you
diss
do
Christian
resemble
like
a
that.
little
Oh,
gnome. You're a little gnome.
huh?
How tall are you?
5'6".
That fuck you. I'm 5'7" with the boots. I'm 5'9".
I can't, he's got them lifts.
No, the boot. I just like I'm a
Like
boot guy.
boots?
I'm a boot
Slit
guy.
my boots.
My boots.
You're on that Prince program, getting a little
Yeah.
height.
Who's
when you
Prince?
walk- I'm dead. Not who's Prince.
Wait, so inside, outside of the street.
I
Outside of the street as
I-
a guy.
I'm-
I hate it. It
I'm a
pisses me
walk-
off when I see it not happening.
I'm a inside the walker.
Do you guys really think that's ever gonna happen? The car's gonna go. Whoa, whoa,
Thank
whoa.
you.
It's
Here's
the-
the,
bro,
also
it's
here
the
no here's
principle.
no but here's the thing is
Never gonna
here's the thing is if you walk the
Ever.
streets of LA, the danger is fucking laying on the curb.
Yeah,
if a car pops the curb and comes into us, sure, I'll
She
be
gets
the
pushed
first to
into the
get hit.
crackhead with the needle, like,
But no,
Yeah.
I'll be the first to get hit. Sure, I'm not 5,000 pounds. The car's ramming through me and squishing her tiny body too.
I
So I
understand.
go inside because that's the dude was like, that's the guy I'm worried about. Also, like, because I could.
dead.
Like,
I guess it's subjective
also,
on city then.
It's 100%.
Yeah.
If I'm in Palm Springs, okay,
I'm an outside princess.
Yeah, I can't afford it.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, like that. What do you think about that?
Like,
Or
as
do you
a
not
guy-
really don't give a
care.
shit?
I mean,
Do
I
girls
do think
care
it's nice.
or clock
I
it?
think it's nice, like when my husband's still being married after all these years, will open the car door for me and stuff. I
That
think
never
that's,
goes away.
That's
That's good.
nice.
That's
That's like
awesome.
old charm that I'm like, all right, that's nice. But I've gone on dates with guys who did not do that, and I was like, oh, all right, I'll just let myself in your car, like no big
Yeah,
deal.
no,
you
you
know,
should never-
I do
yeah.
appreciate like gentlemanly things.
When we're out, we're together. I don't care how misogynist or it's like chauvinist or like misogynist it sounds. When we're out, you're my responsibility. So all your comfortability, all that is my. It's,
Yeah, the girls want to feel safe.
Yeah, but it's also I just want you to know like it's small. Let's say we're not talking. Let's say we walk 15 minutes. We don't talk. You don't have to talk. But it's those small little things. So let's say there's a crackhead in the street. I just grab your hips and move you this way, right?
Yeah.
Let's say there's a car coming. I go. It was really nice knowing you.
and push you in the street.
But it's like opening the car door. Like it's all.
Let's
those-
say there's someone
yeah.
attacking us.
Yeah.
I push you into the knife
Yeah,
and I
but,
run.
all the
but,
little
but you
moments.
draw the line at splitting the tab.
No. I don't. Here's the thing: is when do you start splitting the tab? As you, if you, how, do y'all split tabs?
Who,
You and
me
your
and my
husband?
husband? Oh no.
No.
Oh, see, I think that's okay when you're in a relationship together.
When you're married, though, like it's also when someone's like
When you're married, it's like
way-
my money is your money. It's kind of like
100%.
that.
That's
Yeah.
what I feel too. All right, I don't split tabs. I pay for everything.
I can't.
I'm in debt.
Girls are just watching this and unmatching you. They're like, this
Yeah,
motherfucker's
I
cheap
knew
as
it. I knew
shit.
that was
I'm
a cheap.
screaming.
No. If the date, I will always pay. But if like, let's say, yeah, like she treats a waiter rude, I'm like, which never happens. We're talking plausibilities here, guys.
What about
You know what I think you guys should do though is that like, can I just tell you something as a girl that I think is something
Yeah.
that really stands out is like opening the car doors, and also like one thing that I thought was really sweet was when I would go to restaurants and my husband pulls my chair out for me.
Ooh.
I think that is so attractive, and I
Yeah.
think that's very sweet.
My favorite thing too, little ass slap as we go in the door.
First date.
First date.
No, not first date. Come
First
on,
date.
no.
Get in there,
I
sister.
like to take my cattle prod and brand her right on the ass.
I do-
First date.
I'm a
You're mine, Bethany.
I'm a
show pony, dude.
I love a good, like, it's just, that's how I show affection in public. It's like the little things, but it's just a fucking.
So I
and you're just
personally,
going to fucking eat your Caesar salad with a big heart on.
do you like
just,
PDA?
just fucking throbbing
That's
under
crazy.
the
You think I'm eating a
table.
Caesar salad?
Do you like PDA? Are you a PDA guy?
Oh, yeah, so love languages, right? People talk about love languages. Like, what's your love language? You think?
I'm very affectionate, and then my husband's acts of service. So he'll like do a lot of stuff for me, and then I will be very
Do
affectionate.
you like PDA?
Yeah, I love it.
Really?
And then I can be kind of annoying because I'm like, I love to hug and kiss and be close.
Yeah,
but that's
I
like
can't-
an
I couldn't do
Italian.
that.
See?
Yeah, I
but
wouldn't
that's
like it that-
Italian.
It
But
is Italian
for a
women.
girl
Yeah.
to grab and kiss and pinch.
Gotta find
and,
me an Italian
you
Jewish
know,
bro.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
grabbing kids, but it can get annoying.
Yeah.
And people are like, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? I'm like,
Especially like when you're not dating.
yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
my options are open here. I see a couple right over there.
Yeah, but I don't even consider PDA. I'm just like, it's not like it's different from the house. I'm obviously I'm not going to start fingering you in public, but which I've done. You know, it's just like I love you. I'm gonna touch you. I want to be near you.
Yeah, I think that's cool. Are you also
I'm an affectionate. Yeah, so
yeah.
I think the way I show love are acts of service and quality time, like just being around
quality
each other.
time's nice.
Physical touch is a weird one because I'm like, if you don't want to touch your partner, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. So for me,
Yeah.
it's like my little things. Like I said, it's just little. I said it's just the little things. They're important to me. The best part about love is kind of those little intimate moments.
Going back to the fingering in public stuff,
Oh,
this
God.
brings us to our jungle
you
tea
remember?
segment.
Wait, I have a question before we hit that.
Yes.
Do you guys know about attachment styles? Like, do you know all the different
Oh.
like anxious attachment,
about 'em big time.
avoidant
Avoidance.
attachment?
Avoidance.
Are you avoidant?
No, girls that I date are.
Ooh.
'Cause
And
you're so-
are you anxious then, and you get upset because they're pulling away?
Yeah, I'm like, why?
So that
I
yeah.
invested so much time into this, and now I'm too much.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
that
That's,
is-
that's my
interesting.
problem because I act too off the rip. Like I rush into relationships because I want to feel that love and stuff.
Yeah.
And not that there's any outside pressure to be, but I put it on myself because I want someone to lay next to it.
Oh,
at
this is
night and
the
tell
worst
good news to.
podcast for me to come on right now.
Why? Because about attachment styles. Yeah.
Well, no, I did not. I'm not.
'Cause secure
to what
attachment's
you're
very
saying. That's
rare.
why I'm very happy you said that. Like, this is nice. It's nice to we all fuck around. That was a very real moment. It was. It was
Yeah.
nice. Yeah, I'm not anxious attachment. I've been in relationships though where I end up being that, and it makes me
because
feel.
they make
Yeah,
you insecure.
yeah, and I go and I'm like, hold the fuck up. And so
Yeah.
I've had these moments where I have to go like, you are making me this person,
Yeah.
and that's what kind of causes the riff and the separation.
Yeah.
And you realize it's like I'm not anxious attachment. I am when I'm getting,
when you're with an avoidant,
which
that's
is.
what triggers
But here's the
you.
thing:
Can you
is
not be with
avoidance
that?
love this thing. Avoid dismissive.
Avoidance love anxious in the beginning.
No, they don't
and
even
then-
anxious. They love attention and love.
Attention and love in the beginning, but then when you give too much, then they go, ugh.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
becomes
Well, like you want what you can't have naturally in life.
Well, they self-sabotage real bad.
They do.
Yeah,
they
real
do. I have a
bad.
really good friend who's an avoidant, and like it's crazy. Like, she'll be like, I really just want this guy to like me, and then the guy will like her, and she'll get the guy, and
Yeah.
then she'll be like, eh.
Exactly.
over
That's
it. And I'm
why.
like, but you
so
wanted
that's
this
why
guy
I never.
so bad.
I always had my guard up. I never even fucking do it anymore. Cause
Yeah,
it's
but
not fair.
no.
don't have your guard up because the
Yeah.
right person will be.
You
Yeah.
gotta keep
You
being
will
the way
because
you are.
I'm
Yeah,
anxious
100%.
too, and I went out with a lot of avoidance, and I was avoidant in some relationships. It kind of just depends, right?
Yeah.
And then but you will find the right
If
person.
that's the thing is if you find yourself leading into these, I feel like attachment styles, you're probably not right for each other.
Exactly.
Really?
If you're feeling a really big push pull,
If
That's
you're
not
feeling like you
healthy.
want to, if it's going too fast for you, you have to really look at it from an outside perspective. It's like, is it because I'm just not ready for this, or they're giving me too much? A lot of times, it's just people don't feel like they deserve it, and you have to be like, of course you do.
Do you
What
know
the fuck are
Jay
we talking
Shetty?
about?
Do you know
What?
Jay Shetty? That was very
Yes,
sweet.
yeah, he's super smart.
Jay Shetty, so he was
But then
doing
some people hate him.
He was doing some
I don't know who that is.
Jay Shetty
Oh,
on TikTok earlier.
He has like
the
he
most
has, like,
beautiful Indian man
Yeah.
ever. The most
school
beautiful
of-
Indian man
didn't
ever.
he try
He's
to,
British.
like,
Pull up
shoot,
Jay
like,
Shetty. He's Indian.
Wait, he did a school of something.
Shooting?
The other night, I went to a Match.com. They're launching their dating app, and they had him, and they hired a bunch of influencers to go and stuff. And he said the most, like, if you're trying to get over someone, the biggest problem is like forcing yourself to, rather than accepting that maybe you'll never be able to get over them, and that's just a piece of you that's there and it happened, but that shouldn't let you or stop you from moving on.
I actually read this one thing the other day that made me so upset, and it was like, there is only one true love per every guy's life, and even if he gets into other relationships, he'll still never stop thinking about that girl.
Cool.
You just start weeping.
You said this was gonna be a fun one, Marco.
And that's the smooch of the week.
I thought this was a porn podcast. Why am I talking about attachment styles? I'm screaming.
Wait, so no, we gotta go to this fucking segment.
What do you think of
Jungle-
that quote that I just said, though? Don't avoid it, you fucking dorks. Do
No,
you think
I'm
it's
not
true
avoiding it.
or
I'm
not?
dismissing it.
I think no. I don't think it's necessarily true. However, some girls may leave a bigger impact on a guy's life
Yeah.
that is unforgettable.
Have you
But
had
that
more
doesn't
than
mean
one
that's
girl?
the one true love.
Have you had more than one girl leave an impact
I've
on
only
you?
had 3 girlfriends in my life.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You know, that's not uncommon for guys. Like, that we would consider calling them our girlfriends.
Wow.
I want a girlfriend,
that's
though,
not me
because
trying to be
but then
rude.
I'm too much for them.
Yeah, like, I've dated a lot. I've dated, right? We've gone. But I've never really, like, this is my partner. This is my partner. I'm in my life. I've chosen this. Yeah, I think I've had 3, right? People are,
Wow.
yeah.
You guys are really young, though. You're
biggest
like
problem with
not
the
even.
3.
Yeah, that's young.
Having a girlfriend, though, the biggest problem in my, like, being in this business, the image of being single is more attainable, and it's like for marketability purposes when you're like
It's good
building a
for
career.
you
Yes.
for your shows because girls will come and be
Exactly.
like, I want to hook up with Marco.
But I want
you
a
know?
girlfriend,
Wow, that's a
and
good
when I
point.
did get her, she had millions of followers and like post a lot, and I would get upset when she wouldn't post me. But that's my own insecurities of like, oh, her
Aw.
maybe.
Oh, that's a big one.
You know?
That's a big one. And you know what's weird is like the shift is kind of happening with that where like I feel like the people who post each other all the time, their relationship is
sad.
not good.
right.
Because it's like if they're constantly having to show everybody, look at us, look at us, look at us, look at us, we're good, we're happy, look at us, we're smiling. Here, look at us. Here's us on the beach. Here's us holding hands.
Here's this fucking.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like people who do it all the time, you know? Like I feel like that's kind of not.
Do you think so? We're talking
Real.
about this attachment shit and whatnot. Do you think horoscopes play a big part in a relationship?
What are you? Wait, let me guess.
Oh,
let me,
here we go.
Wait,
What
let
are we
me
on a
guess.
date
What,
with?
wait,
Every
I'm
Every
gonna,
day,
no,
every day, every
no, I
girl
want
asks
to guess
that.
what each of you guys are. I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
Just from what I've.
Gathered.
Don't stare at my soul.
You're either Aries. Am I right?
Or,
Or Libra.
what'd you call me?
Libra.
No, neither. Which, that's good. That means I've
You're
buried
not
it.
Aries or Libra.
I've buried it so good, my sensitivity.
Your sensitivity. Oh, you're Cancer.
There you go.
God damn it.
Yeah. Here's the thing is, that's his most. When I start dating a girl and we really like each other, I
You're a
will look
little
up.
sensitive quab.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think everybody. Yeah, a
Oh,
little a crab.
Oh.
I also,
His little claws come out. I'm sad. I'm just a sad crab.
Maybe that's why she
You
broke
just
up
want
with you.
little
You kept doing
crabs
the
and
crab.
like just a crab in the Red Lobster.
Yeah, Alex, super funny, cool guy. Won't stop doing some dance move called the crab.
crab.
You just crab at the dinner table.
Oh, wait,
Wait, now I gotta guess this idiot. Okay, I know you so well, but I'm like trying to guess because you do put on a Pisces.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wait.
Oh, come on. Usually people are spot on.
Are
with
you
it.
Scorpio?
No, I hate Scorpios.
Okay,
they don't go
okay.
well with me.
They don't go
How
well
are you
with you.
single?
Yeah, I'm a Gemini.
Oh God, even worse.
No way.
The twins, the bipolar
No,
twins.
I'm the
I
fun
hate
one
you.
all the
I
time.
like you. I hate
I'm the
you.
fun
I
one
like
all the
you.
time.
This is
Yeah,
what this
right.
feels like
The
right
little
now.
demon, the little demon twins.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Geminis are a
why'd you
nightmare.
Say, so why did you guess Aries was Libra? What is? I don't. I literally stop it. I know what Cancer means because I want to know myself. And then
Okay.
I start dating a girl.
You were
and we
hiding
like
your
each other.
sensitivity, but then as soon as you said sensitive, I was like, oh, he's Cancer.
I don't
Okay.
hide it. It's just it's not.
Yeah.
Like
You
it's
came
just,
on trying to be tough today. Got in
Yeah,
breakup 3
big
days
old
ago.
tough-
Trying
I
to
think
be
I
a
will
tough
tough
guy.
post-
As soon as I leave, I'm
Cowboy
putting the
boot.
heels back on.
Wait, so you're big into do you have all like
I'm
those
not
apps?
big into it, but I do think that it.
You bust out CoStar or Astra on the first
No,
day.
no, I
and-
don't. I
yeah.
don't. But I do think some sign, like for instance, Gemini. Like I know a lot of Geminis, and the Geminis that I know are fucking problems.
Why?
They're two. They have two sides. They
Every
really
time
do.
I
They
do-
have two
What
sides.
dates are Geminis? What dates?
You're was it June?
June,
f-
no, May 20th to
Yeah, May
June
to June,
20th.
yeah.
But I'm a
March?
May
What's
Gemini,
March? Just
which is even
curious.
better. Well, I go on the apps, and there's one for like the AI, and they know too much about you. Once you plug in all your rising stuff, you can
Yeah,
ask
then
it a
you
question,
really
ask it a
know.
question, and then it's like, oh, Mexico is the best city to find love based on your signs.
Oh, Mexico. Oh my goodness.
I don't know Mexico
Oh,
specifically.
wow.
Oh, fingers crossed. Right?
No, but I mean,
They're
I
telling
do
you
think
to find a desperate woman.
it is interesting. They do play a
Ugh.
part. Like you do start
I'm
to
trying to have a
see.
quinceañera
Yeah.
for my daughter.
Yeah. Go to Ukraine, save a refugee.
But they know too much about you, those apps. I don't know.
Sometimes they do.
Would
and
you
I
break
just,
off a relationship because of someone's rising fucking sign?
Not their
What's a
rising,
rising
but I
sign?
mean, I
Well,
would
no,
like,
like they're. If,
I would literally, I would not fuck with. I don't fuck with certain people. Like Gemini scare me.
Really?
Scorpio
In a dating
scares me,
sense?
and actually other Virgos scare me, and I'm a Virgo.
in a dating sense.
Yeah, they scare me because they're tricky. Like they can be so cool, and then it can just fucking Geminis can do like a
Yeah.
total 360, and you're just
Huh,
like, what the
alright.
fuck? Yeah,
That is kind of true.
yeah.
But hey, Jungle Tea segment. Where's the wildest place you guys have had sex?
Jungle tea.
Ooh.
Wildest place.
I can say mine because it was on TMZ.
No way. Where was it?
Yeah, we were like flying, and like somebody filmed us in first class my husband going to the bathroom.
No
And
way.
then me going in right after.
Oh,
we
you
don't
talking
want
about
a
like
private jet or you have a
no,
regular
we were
flight?
on a regular flight.
It's a little bit on you.
And someone fucking
Well.
filmed.
Did the flight attendants know and they were like turn a blind eye?
Yeah, of course.
Oh wow! And you're first class, both of you. One went
Yeah.
up, the other went in. Okay,
Well,
yeah.
he went in, and then like I waited like 10 minutes, and then I went in.
Then how could they film that?
That's what I'm saying. They were watching us like a hawk.
100%,
Yeah.
that's what
It was very weird.
Okay, so that's not on you.
Do you get
I was
any
trying to
money
be
off
funny, and
that?
that was not
Since
very
it's like a story.
No.
Oh.
TMZ, no.
Oh,
They just
really?
fucking do whatever.
Speaking
they
of
want.
TMZ, can we talk about real quick? We'll get to your sex story.
Dude.
Real quick
I gotta
about
think
how
of
you, the Coyote story.
Oh, with my dog.
Oh my- do you hear all this, Alex?
God. Did you
She
see
was on like the Today Show.
video?
So
She was on the
this
Today
is-
Show
this
for
is-
saving her dogs from a coyote.
this is
And
truly-
she was an athlete. She
this
was
is
like fucking
will be
Michael
the down,
Strahan.
it will be the
Had,
down,
like,
it will be the
flip-flops
downfall of
on.
my career.
Can you pull that bit up?
I do not pay attention to social media at all.
Good for
I,
you.
I have it,
You're better off.
but I post on it. It's like I punch and move, and so
Yeah.
people will tell me like,
Purpose.
"Oh, this is all." Yeah, okay. So
Look
wait,
at this.
press
Look at
pause.
the
Press
co-
pause.
there's
Press
a
pause.
coyote
Press
grabbing
pause.
my
real-
dog.
Holy shit! So wait, give me the back story. What's this? What's going on here?
So I had a little house in Woodland Hills that we lived in when we were building our house that we live in now,
Okay.
and I lived there for 4 years while we were building our house, and I never saw one fucking coyote. Okay, and this is at 1:00 in the afternoon, and we were just hanging out. I was standing right in the doorway of the. You can't see me, but I'm standing right in the doorway of the house, and I'm watching the dogs, and they're playing with their ball, and they like to put it in the pool and bark at each other, whatever. Out of nowhere, corner of my eye, I see what I thought was my neighbor's German Shepherd. I thought like they had a German Shepherd, and I was like, "Oh, it's a German Shepherd in our yard," and like jumped the fence because it was so fluffy.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, my little dog Teeny, she runs away. You see her run away. There she goes, boom, and
Pure-
then
Whoa!
Oh yeah. It does,
Oh
it
my
just-
God! He
it
grabbed
just-
the dog.
grabs Nina, my wiener
Look at
dog,
this
and
And
I.
your kimono.
Is that a kimono?
Oh my God!
Were you watching Mulan? What was happening?
Oh.
She was.
Is that you? That sounded like a sound effect.
Rewind it.
Oh my
Rewind it.
God! Is he in a kimono?
Yes, I am.
You're both in kimonos. Watching.
So he takes the dog.
They were getting down to
And I
business.
fucking run. I had flip flops on, and I fucking listen to my scream, dude. It was
That's
horrible.
terrifying.
Because that was my baby. I don't have children.
So how did you get him back?
I fucking. there was a huge wall, and the coyote jumped over the wall, and my dog Nina was a little fat, and she was hanging in its mouth on the other side of the wall, and I jumped up and I screamed in its face, and he let her go, and it was so scary. He had her by the neck.
Look at the caption. Nina's pretty chunky. Oh!
Stay fat. You're harder to kidnap. Literally.
Legitimately.
If you're fat, being fat will save your life in some circumstances.
This needs to be a T-shirt now. Nina is pretty chunky.
Oh God!
It saved her life. It did, because she was so fat. The coyote was like, trying to get her fat ass over the wall.
You can have this fat bitch.
Never mind. I
just love it. Did you stop on that on purpose?
I did. No.
Oh, that's so
something to
moments
know
in
about
life,
Nina.
dude. Nina is pretty chunky.
She is. She's
Also,
fat.
this looks like an episode from like an E-reality show. You're just talking shit about.
Bro,
Listen,
That's
Nina's
what I thought it
pretty
was at first.
chunky.
Nina
I'm
thought she could hold a camera to me.
screaming.
The coyote didn't even
But
want
no,
it.
it was traumatizing.
How's Nina
and
doing?
You know what? She's fine now, but it's like weird. Like she's just different. Like I feel like since
scream
that
is
happened to her,
crazy.
she's different.
How
like
are
when we
you
go
doing?
outside, she's like
Yeah.
You know
was
what
she
I mean?
bleeding? Was she
No,
bit?
the crazy thing was that I took her to the vet. She had no puncture wounds. The vet in VCA in the valley.
Fat.
So fat. He's like, this fat bitch, she couldn't even make it through her fucking big fat flesh. Like, no, but she really is overweight. But anyway, so
That's a problem.
She really
Yeah,
is. She's
pretty
fat. If he
chunky.
would have gotten teeny, that would have been it.
Oh,
But yeah, because
yeah.
Teeny's like skinny and like small, but
That's a
Nina's
big fucking coyote,
It's a
too.
huge coyote. It was literally as big as a German
I've never
Shepherd.
seen one in person.
And it's horrible. And
Was
you
this
think,
during
it's a
COVID?
dog. No, this was like 3 or 4 months ago.
Oh, fuck.
5 months ago. Yeah.
Is that what you moved?
So no,
Oh, no,
but
you-
we moved right after that. It was actually perfect timing.
Yeah.
Our house was for sale,
Mm.
and we just didn't even tell the people. There's Nina.
Oh.
Look
Oh,
at her.
she looks huge in that picture.
She's not huge. She's just a little thick.
So,
But anyway, so she lived, and
Look
now
at
she's
Logo.
traumatized. That's the one. If it would have got derpy, derpy, it
oh,
would have.
derps.
Derby looks like it got bit in the face.
That's Teeny the weenie.
Oh, my.
So all right, so
Weenie.
Nina's a little chunky.
Chunky, yeah.
So
Nina's
Nina's
thick. Wait, show the one of me and Tommy and on the bottom Christian. There's Nina, the blonde one.
Oh, that's a good picture. Actually,
Yeah,
of
and
your
then
family.
Teeny,
That's
and
actually
then
nice.
Teeny's the
photo.
small one. But yeah, dude, if it was Teeny, that would have been game over. But anyway, we're really psycho now. We built like a fucking fortress around our house, so
Oh, really?
The reason I
nothing
was
can
asking
get
is during
in.
COVID. So
We went crazy.
I came back to LA during COVID,
Mhm.
and me and my buddy's like, "Oh, dude, you need to see the hills right now during COVID. It's like there's nothing there. It's beautiful watching the city and not hearing a car." So we went up to like Mulholland, like with
Yeah.
a beautiful scenic Mulholland. I get in the car, I close the door, and I hear like a dog, and I'm like, "Oh!" And I turn. I'm like, from me to where that wall is, the biggest fucking coyote's like staring at me.
Yeah, he's like yummy.
And he's just like
Do
like
they
this,
attack
and I.
humans?
They have.
They were out during COVID. They just were. That's why I asked if it was during. They were just scrounging.
Yeah.
And so I stare, and he's looking at me, but it looks like he's looking past me, and I'm like, so I think he's looking at my friend. So I turn around. There's another fucking coyote, like 10 feet away.
Packing
They're
up
both-
on you guys.
Yeah, and I go, hey, and they just run away, and I was
Oh.
like, what the? And my buddy gets out. We
Yeah.
were stoned. My buddy gets out of the car. Is like, I just saw 2 coyotes, man, and they were closing in.
They were.
But he thinks I was stoned. He's like, nah, they wouldn't come that close to humans. Like, I was almost killed by velociraptors.
No, for real. For real, though. Didn't you see the one, like, grab a little girl? Like, they'll grab kids, like, off their bikes and shit. Like, they're
Fuck that,
crazy
dude.
now.
I'll put a bullet through its eyes.
Do you know what's crazy is that people go, oh, you took
Fire
their...
gun.
People are like, oh, like, you took their land. Like, they took their land.
Shut
I had
up,
17...
fucking
A
Squanto.
family of...
What did you say?
Squanto. You're going to get canceled by the Native Americans.
Yeah, it's Pocahontas.
Take it easy, Squanto. Nina's pretty chunky.
These white men are dating.
Oh, my God, you're getting canceled.
Squanto, more like these to
Okay,
Squanto.
listen.
All right.
I had a
Lotto?
family of 17 bunnies in my backyard. I was like, that motherfucker could have had any of those bunnies, but
At
they're
that moment.
but they're
Why do
lazy.
you
They
feel
don't want to
bunnies?
chase a fucking
hot,
bunny.
hot take.
No,
Coyotes
lazy.
are
They want
lazy.
to hunt.
What?
They want to hunt.
Yeah, they want
was
what's
like,
They want
easier.
a challenge, just like a
But
girl.
but it's way
The
easier
bunnies-
to grab a dog than a bunny. Is
The
what I'm
bunnies
saying.
are like.
Oh, good point. Yeah, he spends his
slower.
time chasing rabbits.
Exactly.
He's like,
Fuck that. It's too much
know
energy.
why?
He's about to jump
Let's
in the
grab this
pool.
dumbass dog
Yeah,
that's not
literally,
paying
like-
attention. The dog that's barking at her ball and doesn't even hear me sneaking up on her.
The rabbits are avoidance for sure.
The rabbits
Wait,
are
why do you have
avoidance.
17 rabbits? We're not gonna.
Well, I would I just lived in the kind of in the hill in Woodland Hills, and it was like a family of bunnies, and I'd never seen a coyote in my
you
backyard.
didn't, they weren't yours.
No,
you,
they weren't mine. They
lived
were
there.
wild bunnies,
Oh,
but
okay.
they
I
thought they
were
were
all
yours.
over my yard.
I
Like,
was like, why do you have so
no,
many bunnies?
all over my yard, bunnies just every day, tons of
Oh, that's
bunnies
cute.
everywhere. So I was like,
They unlocked the gate.
they're not starving. I know, right? The coyote just fucking.
Look, stop eating my kids. They got a big old dog in there.
Can
Yeah.
you
Little
top
junkie.
that? Can you top her airplane story? Where's the
Airplanes-
wildest place you had sex?
Wildest place I had sex. A car. You know what's crazy? I've had so much sex. I've just been getting sex all the time.
All right.
I can't really think of a.
Just proud of you.
What about you, Marco?
Oh, actually, no. In the pool while people were there, a big pool. There was big. No, like
Mommy, what's that?
no, people were grilling.
Is that shampoo?
This is
Mommy, my conditioner's
Hey,
floating.
like planes. There's no
Said
top.
that toiletries in the
Well,
pool.
there's no top on a plane, right? But like, and I've had sex like in like at a party, and you sneak away to like the other room to have sex, right? Like stuff like that. I've had sex in a car, like in a parking lot of like a movie theater, like, or you've had sex.
What about a bunch of in front of
But
in front
in
of
a
your
pool,
friends?
yeah, we
In front of your friends?
So this was the closest,
Around
right?
like a fire pit. And...
Oh, is that what you did?
Yeah.
You just want to get to your story?
No.
You just want to make yourself look really cool.
Well, you said
just
car.
ask
It
us
wasn't-
to,
it wasn't
you
gonna be
just
a fun
ask us
story.
to set
No,
it up.
It was the pool floaty. Like the pool was a regular sized pool with this big floaty, but it had like the overhang. So it's actually now that I'm thinking, it's funny.
Wait, no.
They were all grilling, right? They're all grilling. I was like, let's go get in the pool. She's like, oh, okay. And so we go in the pool.
Is that what she did?
Yeah, she was 64, guys.
Oh my god.
No, she's like, okay.
She used that chair to get it.
Look, she was a little chunky.
Yes, pretty chunky.
No, it was a girl I dated for years. So we're at her like friend's family place, and I'm like, we should go. She's like, all right. So we go, and this is the funny part: is the pool floaty would spin, right?
Oh my
Every
god!
time-
So every once in a while, you guys were facing
Or
everybody.
I'd be, doing this, right? I'd be in here, and I'd have to be like with my foot like. Spin it the other way.
No way.
And it actually added to the rhythm at some point.
Oh.
So that's probably the
I'm
crazy. Yeah.
screaming. Your friends are like, "We know you're fucking." The
Oh,
whole
dude,
pool
100%.
floaty's like,
The next day
Can
he's
you
like,
slow down a little bit? I kind of want to watch.
next day he's like, good thing that there's chlorine in that water because I have to clean that floaty. I'm like,
Ew.
oh shit. I fully thought it was not obvious at all.
I'm
Totally obvious.
screaming.
Because it's just like you hear, huh? And they're like, what? And they just see.
Oh my god! Not the foot, not the
Yeah,
little
they
foot
just see-
kicking. I'm
Either
screaming.
they're drowning or
He
they're
has a
fucking.
pool noodle up his ass.
I can't. Oh.
Speaking of your ass.
So you fucked with all a bunch of your friends around?
Yeah, you fucked it. You fucked on top of it.
Yeah, it was right after I was on a show on MTV called X on the Beach, and it was kind of like a reunion, not being filmed or
What
anything.
MTV show have you not been on?
I've been on a few.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I'm actually not even being rude. I
No,
just
no,
didn't know.
yeah.
You would have like killed it on like Real World and Road.
I want to
Rules.
be on a show where it's like recurring, like Vanderpump Rules, like it's same
Yeah,
characters,
yeah.
not just like
You
a
know
one-off
what you'd be
dating
good
thing.
on? Fuckboy Island.
Oh, nice.
Get your real estate license and be on Selling Sunset.
That would be fun.
Oh wow.
I could sell more than Sunset. I'd have a sugar mom 100%.
Would you?
Yeah.
Is that what you want in
no.
life?
I think.
I want a
Hey
sugar
guys,
mama.
put the word out. You just say it right now. You'll get a sugar mama.
No.
Put the word. I want you to look at that camera.
Are you on apps?
Yeah.
You are what ones?
Now,
DoorDash.
so funny story about this.
I'm screaming.
Fucking.
Hilarious. When he's like, "Oh, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go pick up this pita bread." I'll be
Okay,
back.
I got some meat to deliver.
Speaking of Jif, and speaking of Jif, I need to pick up this peanut butter too.
Yeah. No, but all right. What's the fire story?
So I went down to San Diego this past weekend.
Oh, this is a recent story.
No, this is
What
about
the
2 days
fuck?
ago.
Oh,
yesterday.
with old
Uncle Laser.
Uncle
Laser's
Laser.
the best.
Uncle Laser.
He's the
Have you
best.
met him?
From fucking.
Kill Tony, he's a comedian.
Oh yeah.
From
okay.
Oklahoma. Old. Can I say
He's
his real
supposed
name?
to
Does
be
he
on the
hate that
show.
people know his real name? I don't know his real last name, but I know his real first name, and I call it to him, and I think he hates it because I'll call him like. I'll say it.
I'll believe it. I'll believe it.
No, it's all right. I won't
It's
say
Tyler.
it.
It's Tyler.
It's God. I thought it was okay. I thought it was something else. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, really? Oh.
I don't know if he likes people knowing. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, because he. But here's the thing: is I call him Tyler because he's the same person all the time. There's no act with him.
Is he like riffraff kind of?
No, he's actually funny.
No, he's actually funny.
Okay.
Riff Raff is
But
a
the
menace.
aesthetic is there, kind of.
Riff Raff,
Gives me that vibe.
Yeah.
He's a cool. He's also he's actually a good dude.
He's the best
He
dude.
actually really is a good dude.
You know who he kind of looks like? He looks like that guy that was pretty popular for a second. I don't know what's going on with him right now. Is it Young Good or
Young Gravy.
Young Gravy?
Yeah, I could see that
Kind
too.
of looks like
Yeah,
kind
they're
of that
friends
vibe
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
and they're
We
friends.
you sure we're talking about?
Young Gravy.
I don't think
We're
and-
talking about the same person.
They don't look a lot
Pull
alike.
up a picture of Young Gravy and then pull up a picture of Uncle Laser. I feel like they kind of look alike, if I'm not mistaken.
No.
Yeah, the hair is there.
No.
That's the Uncle Laser guy.
It looks like a bloated carcass.
I'm screaming!
I love him. I've slept in his house multiple
I
times.
feel like they have that same vibe though with the hair and the.
Okay, you know what? When you say vibe, I get vibe in the
what I'm
sense
saying?
of
Vibe.
But no, but here's the thing: is the Uncle Laser, old Tyler. That is who he is. Like Gravy, I've been around him a few times. I don't know, but Uncle has got it from the fucking.
Oh my
mom.
God, Young Gravy
Yeah.
came up to me and my husband at Beecher's Madhouse. It was whose birthday was it? It was somebody's birthday party, and he was there. And he goes up to my husband with full chest and full confidence, and he goes, "Oh my God, Nikki Sixx."
No way. Oh.
I'm like, wrong guy.
Yeah.
Wrong band member.
And what'd your husband say?
My husband just laughed because he's like, people are so dumb.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Like-
also crazy to get that. It's not like they're totally just.
They're so different, but
Well,
but
they're in the
back
same
in the
realm,
day, back
sure,
in the
but-
day, they were the Terror Twins. But it was kind of funny how confident he was that he said it. Like he was so positive that my
Yeah.
husband was Nikki
Which
Sixx.
is
And it's-
probably like a genuine. It wasn't.
Well,
like
to
just
think
being
he must have
funny.
looked at a friend and be like, "Is that Nikki Sixx?" Like, holy shit, that's Nikki Sixx.
Yeah.
I guess maybe because I'm older. Like you said, I thank you for telling me I'm young. I feel young as shit.
Yeah.
But I feel I'm 33, so I'm in that weird spot where I know everything
yeah, before
45-year-olds
you-
knows, and I know
yeah,
everything 25-year-olds know.
Yeah. But
So-
I thought that was
but
really
that's one of
funny,
those
and my
ones you just
husband
can't
just
get
laughed.
wrong,
My husband
yeah.
was like, "Oh
Nice to
my
meet you,
God."
dude. What's your name?
Yeah,
Fucking-
exactly. He's like, "All right, move it, mashed potatoes."
Nice. Wait, so San Diego Raya.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So when we go out for shows and stuff like that, I put the city where I'm going and match with a bunch of girls from there and invite them to the show. There were about 14 girls on
Oh, I
the
thought you
Friday
were about
night
to say
show
something
that
else.
thought I was their Valentine.
Oof.
Oh,
And then
you do
after we go out
okay,
and
I know
stuff,
a comedian that used to do this. This is why all his shows used to be sold out.
it's like, but
I won't say who.
but
it
it's in a
is.
genuine.
Can you actually after? Because I think
I'll
I know
say
you're
it if you
I'll believe
bleep
it.
it. It would
I
sell
don't do
out
that.
all this stuff.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
do that. I'm just be like, yo, you should come check out a show when I'm in town, and then they end up coming, bringing a few friends, and then we all like kind of like go out after and stuff. But no one's mad. They didn't see it as like I'm trying to hook up with them because I'm not.
Yeah.
I just love being surrounded by beautiful women. Like,
Yeah, woman.
I have 3 sisters. I was raised by. I have that female energy that I like. To,
Which of your sisters?
that's why everyone thinks I'm gay.
You're not. Man, both lines were just stepped on. Did you hear what I
We
said?
didn't say anything. We were just quiet. And he's like, "I just love my sisters. I'm not fucking gay. Fuck you guys."
All these people here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of your sisters would you fuck?
Oh my God!
I just know he's crazy enough to
I
answer
can't.
it.
Do you have a sister?
Chris
I
has
do
been,
have
Chris has
2.
been working out a lot recently. No, I'm kidding.
I bet
Okay,
your sisters are pretty though.
No, they're super hot.
For
No,
sure.
I have a hot family.
Italian
my mom.
girls
Dude,
are pretty.
Italians, it's either they're
Let me see
ugly
your
as
mom.
shit.
You want to see my mom?
Italian
Yeah.
families are either ugly as
I don't think
shit
she's
or
on
they're
Google.
good.
What's your
looking.
mom's name? Maria or some shit?
Beth.
Beth.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
That's not very
Yeah.
Italian.
Beth, Aunt Marie DiCubellis.
Is
Oh.
Brittany very Italian? I'm not even trying to.
No,
Yeah.
my parents are so
What's your full
stupid.
name, like middle name, or do you know
My
what
name's
out there?
Brittany Jane Furlan, but
Ooh.
my aunt's name is Jane, and I don't know why the fuck they named me Brittany. It means from Brittany,
Yeah,
France, and I'm not from there.
Oh wow. So I'm French.
So they just are you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Curel is French.
Curel,
Curel is like you're like
really tough.
yeah, but New
Really,
Orleans.
really deep throated. You got
And then you grew up in New Orleans.
mom
Grew up in New
teaches
Orleans,
spin,
live in
too.
Boston now. I went from the blackest place I could be to the whitest place.
Wow.
Yeah, I love
Do you like
Boston.
Boston?
I love Boston.
Mhm.
Boston. So I'm like between Boston.
Why
and
did you
Providence.
choose Boston? So cold.
I moved there with a friend.
It's my
Okay.
So
mom.
yeah, so
A
I moved
guy?
there-
My
and
mom. Right after spring, this is my mom.
why did she say it like that?
This is my mom
Let me see.
and my 2
I-
sisters.
It's just you fucking her. I'm like, oh.
yeah. This is.
Oh, your mom's
speaking of
cute.
sisters.
She's on the left. She's
Wait, these are your
57.
sisters?
2 of them, yeah.
Oh, cute.
She's 57.
Your mom kind of looks like my mom, which is so weird.
Really? You
Yeah.
kind of look like my mom, to be honest.
You're like, I want to have sex with you.
Yeah.
You look like
That's what I
my
really
mom.
want.
That's a really
Wait,
beautiful
hang
Christmas
on.
tree.
Right? you're talking about the tree.
Wait, your mom kind of looks like my mom. I feel
Really?
like all Italian women kind of look alike.
No,
Yeah.
it's true.
And she's like, do not fuck with her kids.
Oh, that's how my mom is too.
100%.
No, my mom gets unhinged. Like if people say
Oh.
anything to me online,
Oh.
because you know your parents, they don't realize that you can't just say anything. My mom will be like, "Listen up, you little retard!" Like,
Yeah.
she'll fight.
Dude,
with-
can we say the
she'll
word or
fight-
not?
Well, my mom says it, not me.
Oh,
she'll like
alright.
fight with
Yeah.
like, but bleep that.
I heard
anyway.
her mom
But
called
she'll fight with like 7-year-olds. Like I'm like, Mom,
7 or
don't-"
70?
Like 7-year-olds.
My mom wasn't allowed to come and watch my high school football game senior year because she told the principal to fuck off in the stands.
Wait, this is me and my mom when I was in high school.
Holy shit, dude! Your mom's a smoke show. Which
She's
one's your
She's
mom?
no 64.
My
I'm
mom's
not kidding.
in
You're
the
gonna see this
flag.
picture. You're gonna go, which one's your mom? I swear to God. Look at that. Yeah, right.
Wait,
Good for y'all.
That was when I was in high school.
who?
Oh,
Which
never mind.
one's which?
You're ugly.
Shut
Yeah.
up.
Blah, blah, blah.
I'm in the red.
Can I put my feet on this? Is this what kind of table is this?
That's
It's
insane.
gonna-
Braves.
That's
Plywood.
insane.
Yeah, sure. Your mom fine as
Which,
fuck.
how's your,
my
what's your
mom.
mom looking like now?
She's cute still.
Asking for a friend.
I'm screaming.
How old is she?
Yeah.
She's
64?
69.
Ooh,
Oh, that's.
too young.
Perfect number. Too young. I'm screaming.
Can't
That's
do
her
it.
with Chunky.
Her name's not
Chunky.
Dina anymore. It's Chunky. Like, look at that dog.
That's her with Chunky.
It looks
That
like
is a
Falcor.
fat-
Falcor. She does look
Yeah.
like the never-ending story. Do you know about Never-Ending Story?
No.
Nope, he's
What's
too
up?
young. All right.
How
Now
old
what?
are
We
you?
just aged ourselves.
29.
You're 20. Oh, you
Oh, I
should
thought
know
you were
about
like
it.
24.
The never-ending story.
Are you saying I act 24?
Yeah. I thought you were like 24.
Oh,
years
so I
old.
should like probably have
Are
a
you
credit
really
card?
29?
I just can't.
Are you really 29?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Thank
I
you.
literally was like, I'm gonna go do my little childish friends podcast.
No way.
Oh, so he's
I was
not
like,
childish?
So now it's just
I was like,
embarrassing.
he's just like a sweet little like 26-year-old. I thought 26.
He's 29 and still podcasting.
So now it's a little
did.
weird that I'm doing
No,
this.
my guy's almost 30. He needs to get off the Smoochie Town shit. Like, he
this
needs
is
to
a-
be a grown-up town.
so-
you need to be like, pay your taxes town.
Eventually, it's gonna transform. Like, you know how Call Her Daddy was a lot of like date sex stuff, and now she's like engaged. Like, I'm gonna find the one.
Isn't she married?
Is she engaged?
She's married.
Is she married?
Yeah, yeah. So it's like my brand will switch up over
Alex
time.
Cooper, yeah.
hopefully.
They used to talk about
Alex
sucking.
Cooper, that's
they
her
used to talk
name.
about sucking dicks all the time, and now they're just like, let's talk about life and
Yeah,
babies.
I'm
Yeah.
always gonna. Be
I
talking
will
about
say it
sucking
always
dicks,
comes
though.
back to sucking.
You're always gonna talk about.
I'm
sucking
never
dick.
gonna stop
Have
that.
you ever sucked a dick?
No, I've gotten offered. I've gotten offered to get my dick sucked. $10,000.
100% all the time.
Princess
Do
Saudi
you
Arabia.
really, guys?
Princess Saudi Arabia. No, people would get yes. You have
Oh,
you
gay-
lived
oh
in
my
L.A.?
God. Oh yeah.
Come
Gay
on.
guys come up to
Have
you
you done
guys and ask-
cocaine?
all the
He'll
time.
offer to suck anybody's dick.
My buddy called me an entrepreneur. He said I wouldn't be gay, and I was like, because I can't do it.
The king of Saudi.
Wait, they
want to
pay
this, or they gonna
you
come
to suck
palm-
your dick?
Wait, the king of Saudi Arabia? Did you say the king?
One of the princes.
Can we say this, or are we gonna get bombed?
I don't think they're watching this.
You're like only
Missile
Marco's.
just hits the studio.
Only Marco's mom is watching this.
Yeah, no, not even. No.
I think they're your biggest fan.
Wait,
If he has to suck
Marco.
your dick, he's
My mom's
watching.
like, I'll watch the
Wait,
clip.
guys, this is crazy to
No,
think.
it
Like,
happens
how
all the
many
You never
guys
got
come
offered.
up to
You
you?
never offered money before.
No guy has ever come up to me and been like, "Will you
Let me
suck my
suck your
dick for
dick."
money?" Never. Yeah, never. Never.
Wait,
but
really?
you know what? It's
I'm not even
really,
trying to be. Because that just in LA, it feels like a
guy would come up to a girl and say
Yeah,
that.
be like, hey, I'll give you 10 grand if you suck my dick.
Never.
Really?
Never.
What if a guy came and said 10 grand? Let me get in them lips.
Never.
What would
Actually,
what
can
would
I tell you
single
something?
girl? Would
when
you say
I
yes?
was single, I never got hit on. Ever.
What?
Like,
you
I
know
would go
why?
to
Because
Air
you're
One.
unattainably attractive. Guys are too afraid to go up to
I
you.
don't know what it was, but
No,
I would
it's
go
that-
to like.
it's that
I
Ain't it
would,
funny?
I think it's because guys don't want a smart girl. I don't know you for a long time, but they don't want somebody that's like they don't want somebody that's gonna see past their bullshit.
Really? But how do they know
Yeah.
that with me just walking
They want
around?
someone to be able to
you had a
manipulate.
personality. People knew who you were, right?
You don't look,
True.
you don't look
I
easily
that's what it
manipulable.
is. Yeah. Also, they go, look,
I never like. I would go to the grocery store and I would see like a hot guy, and I would like try like you like make eyes and stuff, and they'd be like,
Why? Yeah, see, I can imagine she's like over there going like,
Maybe that's why.
"Wait, my eyes! I'm
Picking
all,
out cantaloupes, just like.
all cross-eyed. I'm all."
Maybe that's why, Britt.
let it talk to you.
I'm just like,
Yeah, she's over there with oranges.
I'm all,
Wow, where are
Hey,
you
guys.
going?
The bananas, I'm all
She's back.
I had to
She's,
change grocery stores every week.
she's back, and she's aisle 6, guys. Watch out for her.
guys, she's deep throating the bananas again.
Again.
The organic ones too.
Yeah, she's not even holding back this
Gotta
time.
only get the produce
Hey,
for the number
hey,
9.
She's got one hell of a form, though, guys. I gotta tell you.
Screaming. No, but I would literally do nothing weird. Like if I saw an attractive guy, they say to like look at them, look away, like look at them, look
Oh,
away. Like I
who
would do
says
that.
that?
That's what they say.
No,
So you like a
you know
guy
what they
that
should
just come
say?
up
They
to you.
should say to
no
say
guys
something.
ever did. Ever.
LA
Ever.
Here in LA, or where are you from originally?
Philly.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
congrats.
I was stuck at that. So y'all asked me about my fucking day. I was stuck in the Philly airport. I literally got here 5 hours ago. I was stuck in the Philly for 15 hours because
I
the
thought
windows
you
closed.
smelled a little weird.
Well, I showered.
Yeah, you smell the
I
airport,
showered.
dude.
I'm
I
just
showered. I
kidding.
did
I'm
just
kidding.
finger a 64-year-old.
I can't. No, but it was so weird. And then, like, that's why I really liked my husband because he was the first guy that was very persistent. Like, he would, like, be like, we're going to hang out. We're going to da-da-da. All the other
I'm not trying to
guys,
be inappropriate. That is actually kind
it's
of
really
wild to
weird.
me.
Like, I would...
You are very attractive. You're very funny. That's weird that you could be like, hi,
I
I'm
would.
They'd be like, get away from me, wench.
No, it was so weird. I was
Wench.
like, what's wrong with me? Like, I didn't know what it was. Like, but, like...
Here in LA.
Yes, I would go to, like, the spot was, like, Erewhon,
Yeah.
right? Beverly Erewhon
Yeah.
How
was,
long
like,
has
the
Erewhon been
spot.
a thing?
A long
Oh,
time.
no.
Oh, because now everybody's hearing about it.
I mean, it's been a thing. Like,
There's a
that's
new
where
one
you
coming
go.
at Santa Monica
Because
Boulevard.
I lived in LA when I went to school here 10 years ago, and it was Sprouts and Rouse's. I mean, not Rouse's.
Sprouts
Vaughn's,
and
a
Sprouts
whole-
is like
that's
people
a whole
don't wear any
Sprouts.
shoes.
Sprouts is a little cheaper. It's good. I like
Yeah,
Sprouts.
but now I come back, everybody's like, go to Erewhon. And
That's
you
where the
should-
hottest girls would hang out. And, like,
hottest
this is
girls. The fucking
Hottest
Studio
girls.
City,
Yeah.
the plaza right here with the Equinox.
so
and then-
hot.
It's like you go
Brentwood
there-
Erewhon, oh my god, forget it.
Mhm.
But like literally Beverly Erewhon was the place, and I would go there and I'd be in my fucking aloe yoga outfit. Fucking nobody fucking even looked at me. I was like,
Also
am I?
because
Can I ask
you
you-
have been pretty famous for a while,
Yeah.
so maybe it's like they don't want to bother you.
Can I ask
They
a
know who
question?
you are.
This
they
is an
see you
interesting.
online. Like, that's probably
This
why.
is
I don't know
totally
what
off
it
script.
was,
This is
but-
totally off what we were just talking about. So you've been in social media for a long time.
Too long.
Like, and you were like, so Vine. It's always funny. I talk about Vine. When I lived in LA, Vine was a big thing. This was like I was
Huge, yeah.
19 to 21.
Yeah.
I was on Vine. I had like 40,000 followers. I
Oh,
thought I was
good
hot.
for
I
you.
thought I was hot shit. And you got
Yeah.
canceled. And I was like, whatever. So I went on.
You
to
got
live in-
canceled?
No, like
Oh,
Vine got
Vine
canceled.
got
yeah.
canceled. Yeah, they're
And-
bringing it
yeah,
back.
that's what I hear.
Yeah.
And so then I moved on with my life. We got a normal job, and then started doing stand up again like 7 years ago. And so,
Right.
but what was it like as an influencer? Because I don't know what it was called. Like, was it called influencing back then? What was it like though in terms of now? If you post something, if you just are talking on a post and you have a fucking Dunkin' cup, they'll
Yeah.
pay you. Was Vine that way? Did
Oh
you
my
get
God.
reached out for shit like that?
So like you could make so much money on
On,
Vine.
so Vine really was that.
I
didn't know
made
that.
all my money on Vine.
And
and I
Okay.
it's
saved all
easier
of
to
it.
make. It's
Oh,
only
dude,
7 seconds, right?
Actually, you know how funny you had.
6
That's,
seconds.
people don't get it. You had to be fucking
Fast
funny.
and fast.
It's 6 seconds
Yeah.
was the best.
It was
You
the
had to be. I
best.
think that's why I'm not.
It was
I think
a
that's why I
different
did so good on
time,
it.
though. It was a
Yes.
different time, though. I feel like TikTok with everything.
Well, now the algorithm says you
everything
got to have
has-
longer videos.
everything has
Yeah.
changed, and I don't think Vine's going to do well in this generation.
Or,
I
no,
mean,
but here's the thing: everything flips. Maybe they're
Maybe
bringing it back
it'll
at the
flip, maybe
People
it'll
are like
flip, I don't
tired of this
know.
shit, right?
and our brain, what was so good about Vine is everyone is so ADHD that it was like this fast. Okay,
Exact-
that's funny.
that-
All right,
that-
next one.
if-
Oh, that's funny. Okay, it's like constant dopamine hits every time something's funny.
Vine
All
would
right,
be
all
smart
right,
to
all
partner
right,
with TikTok because then it becomes this thing where
Yeah.
you get a whole section, like a section of Vine, because TikTok is failing. So Vine, an American company, would I think it would be.
So they
If
are
y'all
doing
do
it. I'm
this-
pretty sure Russ is doing it. I've heard people have contacted me and said, "Hey, they're bringing it back," you know, whatever. But
So yeah, that's
Do
a
you
question I've
want it
always
to come
wanted.
back?
Money
Would
was.
you? Do you want to come back, and would you? Go
I
on it?
mean, I'll probably play with it because I just play with kind of whatever's out there. But I don't know. I don't really. I feel like I'm
So there
kind of
was
getting
money
over
in
social.
Vine.
Oh my god.
Okay, I didn't know.
But then the
'Cause I don't
reason
remember
why
people
we
doing
left is
product
because they
brands.
started.
Product
So what had
placements.
happened was you would get paid, you know, crazy amounts of money to have products in your video or to do a video about a product, right? So then me and everyone, we started getting all this money. The top people started getting all this money to do stuff. But then Vine was like, oh no, we're not going to like let you get all these views because now it's just going to become all ads because they didn't want it to become all ads. Like, you know how you scroll on
100%.
TikTok now
Well, I don't
and
have
every
TikTok.
other video is somebody selling
That's
something.
crazy.
And Vine didn't want that to happen. And so they started doing was they kept you from getting a certain amount of views. So like if your video, you know, normally I would get like a billion, it was called loops. I would get like
Yep.
a billion loops
Wow.
of video, right?
Mhm.
Then I started doing brand deals, and the brand deals were like, this is great. We can give her fucking $100,000 and a billion people will see this. This is like chump
Yeah.
change, right? Then Vine goes, oh, well, we don't want them doing a ton of commercials, you know, basically commercials. They want us to create just
Oh.
content. So then they fucking started making it so your video wouldn't get that many views.
As a content creator, somebody just wants to be funny. Did you like that or hate that? As like someone wants to make money, I get it. But were you kind of
Well-
like, well, fuck? Or do you think it was better?
I
Because
get
Vine
what-
ultimately ruined because of that.
I
Because
get
people started doing all that, right?
too much ads.
You're in
too
it for
much,
the
like,
love of the game at first. You're not
Yeah.
expecting to
of
do
course,
money,
but
right?
then once you start getting that money,
Money,
you
I
get
know.
mad when people fuck with your money. You're like,
Yeah, good
fuck,
point.
this brand is expecting me to get this many loops and now I'm not getting it because, you know, they're saying like they don't want, which I understand now. Like
Yeah.
I was mad at first, but I'm like, of course they don't, because if all the top people are just all doing commercials like buy Tide or like here's a funny thing with like, you know,
Yeah.
Oreos,
Cheesy.
like
it makes
just
me not
becomes
want to
like,
buy it, to be honest.
yeah,
Like when something's
yeah.
like that Bang Energy shit, like that was always like
oh my god, that was
in your
everywhere.
face. It was like
Bang.
I
I'm not
turned
buying
that down. I was like, God,
Really?
so many, all the
the
fucking
weird CEO dude that got like
Yeah.
bankrupt or some shit.
There was like the Bang House. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah,
like,
that was
this
like, what's
is
happening there?
crazy, Yeah.
I think we know.
But
it.
anyway, no, I mean it's cool if they bring it back. But we'll see. You know, maybe there'll be some new people on there.
We see her
and
back when
stuff.
she's instantly just doing commercials.
I know, right? I'm like, yeah, we'll see what it's all about. Anyway, Jungle Tea,
Yeah.
check it out.
Dog defense products.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be a good one. That would be a good
Arrows.com.
collaboration,
Arrows.com,
yeah.
bro. I would do it. I would do
on
a
Vine, just arrows.com.
I would
just
do
my
a
titties
live
out.
demonstration of how
I'm
that site works.
screaming.
I wouldn't
For
watch that
free.
one. I wouldn't watch that one. I wouldn't watch that one.
Took too much of your time, but I do have one more question before we go. Thank you guys again.
This has
this
been
has
fun.
been very fun,
This
for
is
real.
cool. This is just chilling.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want your worst date ever.
Oh God, I have so many. Go ahead, you go first.
Yeah, because mine's
Just like a bad like, and you remember it's like, oh my god, that bitch.
so college. So college. I met this girl at a bar. We go back to my dorm. We start hooking up. I get a bang on my door. Bang on my door. My dorm room door. Which I'm like, who the fuck? Because I played college football. Plug. Flex. So it was just nothing but other athletes. So I knew they wouldn't be like, quit
Banging
fucking
on
in
your
there.
door, yeah.
Quit fucking
Yeah.
in there. So I come out and I just put on boxers and we were asleep at this point. We had done the deed, and we were asleep and she like elbowed me awake. That's because I'm like, she's like trying to shake me and I'm like, oh, and she goes like, I'm not kidding you, elbowed the fuck out of me.
Which I'm still a little
Yeah.
sore from.
Yeah. No, I beat her to death. No, I'm kidding. We actually are still friends. Like we like Facebook or whatever. But so
Facebook.
she's like, somebody's at the fucking door. So I get up naked because and she's like. And before I open the door, I'm like, oh shit, I'm naked. So I just put boxers on. I open the door.
You just put your boots on. Stays naked, but just puts
Damn,
the
I
boots
should
on.
have damn it. That would have been
I don't
funny.
understand.
Yeah,
I have no style.
I was
Hello.
I was in school in Kansas at this point too, so boots would have made sense.
Just boots, no pants.
So I put on boxers, banging. I mean, I'm not kidding you. From the moment the banging started, it didn't stop. Boom, 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 boom.
What the
boom, 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 boom. Nobody. I'm like,
Just a
who's,
tornado.
who's it was, yeah. No, but I'm like, I'm coming. I came.
Yeah, I'm coming.
I'm coming. So I'm like, I'm like, no one's saying anything. So I'm kind of like getting worried.
Yeah.
I open the door and there's just a blank hallway and then a campus police guard steps. He goes, step out of the fucking room. And I
Oh,
go,
I thought
"Ooh,
this
is
was
everything
your
okay?
boyfriend.
Is everything okay? He's like, step out of the room. So I step out, and as I step out, I can see another person. But I can see another person. I think maybe it's just another campus cop. So before I can even look to my left, I hear, you little bitch. And I turn, and it's a 50-year-old woman.
Oh.
She goes into the bedroom and says, put your fucking clothes on. What are you doing here? It was the girl's mom.
What?
So the girl apparently on the way back to my dorm had pocket dialed her mom. She lived like an hour away from campus. This girl was also a trainer for the football team. So we saw each other every day. She apparently pocket dialed her mom, and her mom just heard like scrambling, and then she tried to call back and she wasn't getting it. So she called her dorm, and her dorm mate, and it was like, where is, I forget the girl's name. She's like, where?
But this girl's in college. She's not allowed to go fuck.
Yeah.
Well, no, she didn't know. She just heard it was a Tuesday night, right? She just hears her phone.
She thought she was in trouble.
And now she's calling her. She's calling her.
She wasn't in trouble. She was in Pleasure Town.
Yeah, Pleasure Town.
That time
you
it was
changed
trouble.
the podcast.
And that's your pleasure of the week. So I just remember hearing you little bitch, and I'm like, as I'm turning, seeing her in my room, the guy.
Oh no!
I don't have clothes on, so he just grabs my jaw. He just goes, "You look at me," and he's like this with me, and it's fucking. I go. He goes, he goes, "What are you doing with that girl in there?" I go, "We're hooking up. We know each other. We're friends." And I hear her mom like, "Put your fucking clothes on," and he's like, "She's been," and the guy can instantly kind of tell.
Oh, what happened? It was a misunderstanding.
He's like, she's been calling her for hours. I'm like,
oh boy.
so I just said.
I thought you were gonna be like, she's 15.
No.
Oh my God.
I was banking on that.
All of a sudden, you're on that fucking show. There's a kind of catch a predator.
That's why I stuck to
Chris Hansen
64
had
year
one hell of a
olds.
knock.
So I turn. I'm like,
You look at the camera. I mean, you look at me.
Yeah.
wait, but the thing is, he's still talking to me like this.
Hansen's in your door. What do you think was going to happen here? I don't know. Why are you here, Chris?
It already happened, Chris.
This is
You're a
my
little
door.
late, buddy.
Oh my gosh.
No, but so he's like still talking like this, and I go to reach, just move his hand. He goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" I go, I just, so I back up like this, and he goes, "Are y'all just kind of hooking up?" I go, "Yeah." And
He
so
goes,
then
"Can
I
I
turn to the
watch next
mom.
time?"
She's like throwing clothes at her poor daughter, and she's throwing my clothes at her. She's just finding clothes on the ground. So finally they come out. And she
You
looks
put
at me
these damn boots on.
She looks at me again and goes,
She walks out with
The boots are coming with us.
She walks out with giant boots.
I told her mom, I said, "These boots are made for fucking."
Boxers.
But she goes, and I'm just in my boxers, and now seeing her mom treat her that way, I'm just getting so hard.
Oh shit.
No, but it's her mom's, so you can see the daughter's like, getting all this shit. She gets a boot to the face. It was all bad. And so the cop at that point is like, just give it a second, man. Like
Oh my god.
and he explains to me the
Why
whole
is
way.
the cop there? So weird.
Well, she thought she was
getting
and so
kidnapped or
she called her dorm mate, and dorm mate's like, she was out with this guy named Alex. So he was banging on my door. He didn't think she was in there because she wasn't answering her phone. I wasn't answering my phone. So
Wow.
he was like, "Where the fuck did you put her?" Like
Oh my god.
And he-
Like,
but
it's gonna
she's
be a
right there,
body.
butt naked,
Well,
right? Nice body.
once he realizes she's in the room and she's safe, and we were just, he kind of goes, he tells me exactly. He goes, "Mom said that she got a call. It was all ruffly. She couldn't hear her. She just heard people's voices. She didn't hear her daughter. And she tried to call back. She never answered. She hadn't heard from her hours." And I go, "Oh." So the girl's like, tries to give me a hug. Her mom pulls her away. And she just calls me a little bitch again. And then the next day at practice, me and her see each other. We're like, "Hey, that was fucking
Oh
weird."
my god.
She's like, "Sorry about my mom."
I would be so
A cop car
embarrassed.
pulls up into the fucking practice field. I'm in full pads. She's in full fucking trainer regalia. And we go to the fucking office, and her mom's in there. She's like, "I want to file a report against this man." And thank God the dean's like, even she had to be like, "Mom," I felt so bad for her because her mom, she had to say in front of the dean, the athletic director, and her mom, like, "We were just fucking." Yeah, so, and we're fine. Like I said, everything.
Mom's a psycho.
Yeah, that's the weirdest, I guess, date /
like in
sex thing.
college, you're gonna monitor.
That's
your...
Well, she was worried for her daughter's safety. But as soon as she found out, it's weird to keep. I
Yeah,
think she
why
was just-
keep going after
Well,
it?
it was like, say, Kansas. They're fucking religious. She's fucking. How could my daughter do this? She was getting butt fucked by a.
Oh my god, I'm dead. Not butt fucked. I'm
well, she
screaming.
yeah.
Can you
so-
top that?
My date is crazy.
Yeah,
Let's
that wasn't
hear
a
it.
date.
My
I
date,
haven't really
my
had bad
worst
dates,
date
but yeah.
should be like a movie.
Can we hear the script?
Do you have time?
Can I take a pee break?
Go pay. People ask me to like come tour and do all this
I'm
stuff
surprised
and
you
like
said yes to my show, so thank you.
yeah, I mean if I have time, it's just I'm on tour with my husband all the time, so I'm just like I don't like
Would you
traveling.
like him playing? Do you open or no?
For Motley Crue?
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Oh my god,
Just go ahead and say
never!
do a
I'm
type 5.
screaming!
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? You guys want to hear about my pussy before we get started? All right,
Talk about
let's
Nina
fucking,
Death.
let's fucking go.
You don't have OF, right?
That's
I've
crazy.
had people on here that like have sex on there. Like
Oh,
they're
wow.
porn stars. Like
Yeah.
But then there's other like Lauren Summer. She's just Playboy Jason. Like she flashed her at the World Series.
Lauren Summers she's actually really beautiful.
I just feel like
She
it's
really
like
is
I have a date with her tomorrow morning.
Oh,
a hiking
wow.
date.
That's
Oh,
not
boy.
a date.
I'm screaming.
No, Lauren, I've met her. She's actually very nice. She's very pretty.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's the model,
I did
right?
the reality show with her.
Yeah. She's very pretty. She's cool.
Okay.
I feel like OnlyFans is so easy.
I monetize my gym selfies now.
Wow, that's great.
That's basically what it is. I make like $7 grand
Do
a
you
month.
show your wiener
Get the
at
fuck
all?
out of here.
$7 grand a month. And
Do you show your wiener at all?
No.
Do you do
Never.
the
Never.
imprint?
Never. A print? No, I wish it was big enough to have a print.
But you have gay guys all the time,
That's
right?
all it is.
And then do you respond to the messages and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you have a business that does it, or is it
Yeah.
you? Oh, okay.
I have a team, so they take
Really?
they take 30%.
Yeah.
So you're making
So-
$7,000 after 30?
No, it's 30 after 70.
That's not
Wait, what?
after 7.
Wait, that
That's
wasn't
still
your
not
My
bad.
ex-girlfriend made 6 figures a month for doing it.
No, I
but
know,
She was
I
figuring
know.
herself.
What? I'm dead. What is that?
Is that a weed pen?
Is this weed?
I'm
Oh,
Oh, I'll take
screaming.
weed. I'll take weed.
Okay,
Is that
fuck it.
sativa? Oh my god. All right. Hey, so any bad dates? You just told me yours, and that was pretty bad. Getting slamming down the
Well,
door
no,
by
it
Chris
was a good
Hansen.
date. It was a bad ending.
Yeah. So Britt, do you have any bad dates?
I have 2 really bad ones, and I asked Christian which one I should tell, and I've told both of these already on my other podcasts. But okay, so I'll tell you the one that Christian said I should tell. So so I used to work at this store called Jet Rag on La Brea. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
It's like a vintage
a
clothing
great- it's
store.
probably
It's a
the
great
best.
store.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
red
so
building.
back in the day, I used to work at Jet Rag, and I would like see these dudes, and this is like 2012. Okay, so all these dudes would come in, like so many hipster dudes to buy their clothes, whatever, right? So one day I'm working, and this really fucking hot guy comes in, like just looks exactly like young Johnny Depp. He's got fucking like layered clothes on and just like a slouchy fucked up beanie, and he's got like beautiful features, and he's just this really handsome guy, and he's like, hey, can you help me pick out some clothes? I'm like, sure. So I'm like helping him pick out all these clothes to try on, and then at the end of it he goes, actually I don't want any of these clothes, I just want your phone number.
What a good move. Actually, a good
That's
move.
kind of cute.
Yeah, it's kinda cute. It's a good move.
And I was like, sure, yeah. And this is back in the day, like when we all had razors, like flip phones.
Yeah.
But then he pulls out like a phone that I was like, that's a weird phone. Like, I don't know what it was. It was like a pay-as-you-go phone, I guess. Like, I don't know what it was, right?
Ooh.
So he pulls out a weird phone. I clocked it, and I was like, that's a weird phone. But he's like so hot. So I was like, okay, cool. And then like he calls me that night, and he's like, pick me up on the corner of like Whitley and something in Hollywood, right?
He asked you to pick him
Me to pick him up.
Wow. How hot was this guy? Jesus Christ.
Guys, you guys are already catching on.
Yeah.
So he's like super hot. Like he
Yeah.
looked literally like just like young Johnny Depp. And I was like, all right, I'm down, whatever. Like I'll pick you up. Yeah, sure, son,
more
no
like
problem. Like
Jack
I didn't ask.
Sparrow.
Like maybe his car's in the fucking shop. You know,
Yeah.
maybe he has a boat. Who knows? Like I don't know.
Hopefully,
Right,
fingers
right.
crossed.
So.
Yeah, in Hollywood.
And then, but another weird thing was that he was like, pick me up on the corner of like Whitley and another street. And I was like, oh, okay. Like he didn't give me like an address. It was just an intersection.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool. So I pull up, and he's sitting on a couch that's on the side of the street there. And I was like, hey. And he's like, hey. And he's like, okay, just park, and we're going to go get dinner. And I was like, oh, cool. That's why he didn't want me to pick him up. We're going to, like, walk to dinner. I was like,
adventurous.
I don't know why he's sitting on that couch right there, but that's cool. Whatever, right? So I park, and then I see all these movie trailers. And they're filming a movie. And I was like, oh, fuck, they're filming a movie. You see all the Star Wagons and everything and all the lights. And he goes, come with me. And I'm like, oh, fuck, he's an actor. I was like, oh, my God, he is an actor. Like, I fucking knew it. He's so hot, right? Like,
Yeah.
I fucking knew this guy was an actor, right? And he holds my hand, and we're walking in. And I'm like, so are you, like, on a show? Like, what
Yeah.
movie are you shooting? And he's like, no. He's like, just keep cool. Just follow me. And I go,
Uh-oh.
okay. And so I'm following him, and he's like, here, get in line, grab a plate. And we're at Crafty,
Yeah.
like when they're serving dinner. And I'm like, and he's like saying hi to people, but like they don't know him. He's just like, what's up, man? And he's like, here, he's like giving me a plate and everything. He's like, here, get whatever you want. And I go, wait. Are you a part of the production? Like, are
Yeah.
you a PA? Are you in it like something? And he's like, no. He's like, I'm homeless. That was that couch. That's where I sleep. Where you
No
picked me up,
way.
and he's
That
like,
early?
yeah. Well, it was like 8 o'clock.
Well, I mean, like he immediately
Yeah.
kind of came out with that.
Well, this is I'm at Crafty with him right
Sure,
now,
but
so I
just be
kind of
like,
gotta get to it,
"All
right?
you got me."
And he goes, yeah, exactly.
To not even try. I mean, like,
He did.
oh no, yeah, no. So I'm on the show, but I'm just off this week. I just,
Oh, he was like,
he was like,
he's honest.
oh,
No,
oh,
he
I have
was honest.
AIDS.
He had to be honest because like people were looking at us weird. But
Oh,
he's like, I've done this the last 3 nights. He's like, it's great food, and I was like,
Oh, it's actually genius.
we are not doing this. I was like, put your put it back. I was like, come on. I took him to Greco's, you know, on
Wow,
Wait,
how was this guy? Call it.
you stayed with him after that?
I felt bad
You're
because he
kidding me?
needed dinner.
When's the last time you had sex at this point?
I'm screaming, not a lot. But I was like, I wasn't attracted to him anymore at all, and it's not because he was like houseless. It was just because
was
I
a
don't like
sympathy
lying.
date,
I was
yeah.
like weird, right?
He was
So it
that
was like a
hot.
sympathy
She
date.
could have found out he was homeless, and she still would be like, "Well, I have a home."
I did have a nice home.
You didn't
And I
even
was
bite
like,
him.
I will take you to pizza because pizza's like cheap. I mean, I wasn't rich. I was not doing well at that time. I worked at fucking Jet Rag for $8 an hour.
Yeah.
So I take him to pizza and he tells me like this whole story about how his parents like kicked him out and he was using drugs and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, like we're good. I'll drive you back to your couch and we'll call it a night, right?
Yeah.
So then as I drop him off and he leans in the window and I'm thinking, oh no, he's going to like give me a kiss. And he leans in real close to my face and he goes, can I have $20?
Oh
And
no!
it was this close. I thought he was going to kiss me. And I was like,
Would you have?
no. And I was
She
like,
almost said yes.
no, I wouldn't have, but it was scary because the window was down and he leaned all the way into my face and he goes, can I have $20? And I gave him $20 and that was it. And I never saw him again.
Oh.
But he
I
was
wanna
really
find out
cute.
I want to find.
He was really handsome. He
I
had
mean, he had to
gorgeous.
be.
Listen, he had a gorgeous face. Like the guy, it was so sad his story.
And that
like,
guy turned
Yeah,
out
did
to
you
be
ever-
Zac Efron.
Yeah.
No.
About $20.
Yeah,
no,
Zac
I don't
Efron.
know what happened to him. He just was.
What was his story?
Well, he got into drugs, so he was a drug addict. You
What
know?
was his name?
I don't even remember at this point.
Damn, I just
I
want to
can't even
find
remember.
this guy.
I
Yeah,
wanna
I feel like
see
it
it.
was
Oh, I
like
want to
Christian.
find this
I
guy
wanna
so
I wanna
bad.
find him and fuck him.
Come
Yeah,
on,
it
no,
was
put the
really
word out.
weird, you guys.
Is that you heard that story?
I didn't hear the entirety. She just gave me two options. That
Yeah.
was the option I liked.
And then the other
one
one's really bad too.
Should we tell them what it is and see if we have time for it or no?
But I don't want to give it away because it's
Don't give it
crazy.
away.
Do you want to
Is
hear
it
it?
crazier than that one?
It's crazy.
Was it?
I mean,
So
me
just
going
say
on a
we're
date with
wasting time right
a
now by not
houseless
saying it.
guy.
Let's do it.
Yeah, dude, it's your pod.
Let's do it.
Okay,
I have
all right.
nothing going on
And
except
then you
going
can
to
put
drink.
in whatever one you think is better.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
this
Or
one's
keep
also
both.
crazy. Or both. Okay, so here's another
Well, I
crazy
gotta get
date.
another one.
I started a whole podcast called Worst First because I went on so many bad dates, okay? So, all right, so then I'm in the elevator at Cedars Sinai, and I was like coming down from just a checkup, a doctor's appointment, and in walks like a gorgeous doctor, like just so handsome. He's got the coat on. I'm reading his coat. It says cardiology. I'm like, oh, he's a fucking cardiologist. Like, oh my God. I'm like sweating. I'm like, this guy's so hot. And he's like, hi. And I'm like, hi. And he's like, you know, I'm not going to say his name. And then he shakes my hand. And then he goes, here's my card. And I was like, oh, thanks. And he's like, I want to take you to dinner. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like, thanks, right? And I felt like this is such bullshit because I told you guys I never got hit on, right? But this was like
Yeah.
this was like 2012. Like I didn't get hit on when I was like, you know, when I started getting on Vine and all that. But
Yeah,
anyway,
right.
so he goes, I want to take you to dinner. I was like, oh my God, okay, cool. And I was just like, he was so cute. We had a little quick brief conversation. And he was like, I'll pick you up tonight. And I was like, whoa, amazing. Like this was like crazy, right? This was
What
like,
is happening?
and I'm like calling my mom. I'm like, I think I'm just like met my husband. Like this is so insane. It's like we were just in the elevator talking and like we just had a connection and he's a doctor and da-da-da-da-da, right? So I was living with like 3 other girls in this like really cute Spanish style house in Hollywood. He picks me up that night. He has a gorgeous new Porsche. I'm like, oh my God, he's so fucking hot.
How
like,
far removed or how far before this is the homeless person?
Yeah.
the homeless guy was like before this, like
wow,
a couple
okay. So
like
you're like, I'm gonna
couple
come
months
up.
before,
Wow,
right?
yeah.
Right, I'm hot off the homeless, so I'm like, at least this guy's got a car, right?
You went from homeless to riches.
Yeah, it's a rich guy, right? So then he picks me up in his Porsche and we go to that place that was on Robertson and I forget the name of it. It was like I forget the fucking name of it. Anyway, it was like a really popular place on Robertson back in the day.
McDonald's.
The Ivy.
No, it's not the Ivy. The Ivy's still around. This is not around anymore. Anyway, so we go into this restaurant. I know it's expensive because I'm like, fuck, this place is crazy expensive. I, meanwhile, was working at Jet Rag and I was making like $8 an hour and I had like maybe $1,000 in my bank account to like pay rent, right? So we get to dinner. We sit down. We're having a great conversation. Everything's perfect. He goes, order whatever you want. Like, you know, get this, get that. He's ordering every appetizer. He's ordering every drink. He's like, da-da-da. He's getting fucking wasted. And I'm like,
Oh no.
I have like one drink. I was like, I'm not really even a drinker, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm like watching him and he's like getting so fucked up. And I was like, oh boy. And so the bill comes. And the waiter puts the bill on the table, and then all of a sudden I see him start going like this. And he's like looking. And I'm like, what's this guy's fucking doing the Macarena? Like, what's happening? This guy better not be fucking, this better not be real, right? Because I'm fucking poor, right?
Yeah.
So then he goes, oh man. He goes, fuck, I think I left my wallet at home. Damn it.
This is before bling? Yeah.
And
Tap to pay.
And yeah, before this is like 2012.
Yep.
So then he goes, do you mind covering this one and I'll get the next one?
Oh.
I open up the bill. It's like $1,200. Because literally this guy got like the most expensive wine, the most expensive fucking everything. Like ordered like every appetizer, everything. And I looked at it and I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, I had to call my dad. I was like, Dad, I don't know how to fucking throw some money in my fucking bank account. Like, I didn't even have the money, right? Thank God it somehow goes through. And I'm like so upset, but also like we had such a good night that I was like, oh, I genuinely believe this guy, right? Like he forgot his wallet, right? But he was really drunk, and I let him drive me home, and I still regret that to this day, right? So he drives me home. He's very tipsy. He's not driving well, but I do get home safely. And I said to him, I said, hey, just call me when you get home because, like, I'm a little worried. You're, like, very drunk, you know, and you're drunk driving. I should have never got in the car with him. So about 10 minutes after I get inside, my phone rings. And he goes, oh, my God, Britt, you're not going to believe this. And I go, what? And he goes, I got pulled over by the cops. And I was like, well, I kind of do believe it. You're driving like it was Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So he's like, but
Were you in West Hollywood, Rainbow Road?
I know, really. So literally he goes, but don't worry, it's all good. I pulled out my wallet and showed them I'm a doctor. And I said, what? You pulled out your wallet? I thought you didn't have any money on you. And he goes, quiet for a second. And then he goes, well, actually, I just went through a really bad divorce. And my ex-wife took me for everything I had. So now I vowed that when I go on dates with girls, I try to make sure they're not after me for my money. So I make them pay. And I was like, you're fucked up. I was like, I don't have a job even close. I was like, if I knew that I was going to be paying motherfucker, we would have been going to fucking Bossa Nova. Like, we would have been going to fucking... And Bossa Nova's great, but I could afford it. You know what I mean? Like, we would have gone to fucking Popeyes or something, right? Great late night options and reliably priced and, you know, or like fucking Crave
Bossa
Cafe.
Nova, we love you.
Shout out to Bossa Nova or like Crave Cafe or whatever, right? Like, you know.
Fuck Crave Cafe, Bossa Nova all the way.
Okay. We ride for Bossa Nova anyway. So I said to him, I was like, why would you do that? Like, I don't make a lot of money. I like literally share a house with 3 girls. And I was like so upset. And I said, do me a favor. I said, just leave me half the bill in a check at my house tomorrow. You know where I live.
Wow, this is
old.
Years ago.
I'm old. I'm aging myself. So he goes, okay, I'll do that.
That's fair. Would you go on a second date with him?
No, and he never left the check.
Oh no, what a fucking cunt.
And my friends were so pissed that
Say
they
his
wanted
name.
me to go
Hospital.
to the hospital, 2 Cedars, and report him for that.
Gave him a heart attack, cardiologist.
Save yourself, bitch.
Yeah. How about that?
No way, what a dick.
Yeah.
So, and he's still around.
He's still around.
So, look, that's a good one.
I wonder if he's
That
still
is a
doing
great.
it.
That's a good one.
That's a better, worse first date. The first one's a wild first
What
date.
do you-
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what. What do you think about that though? Like, as like.
He was
if-
trying to
so-
make sure I
know,
wasn't going to
no,
take him for his
Yeah,
money.
no, never do that.
Or was he a
When
cheap
I say we
fucking
might
prick?
split a bill, I don't mean that. Yeah.
If
He
you
knew what he
split-
was
if she-
doing. I mean, he was
Yeah.
so poor. He's like, I gotta get hammered because then I won't talk about. Wow.
he's-
And it was weird because it was like, we were having such good chemistry. Like, I was like, I could see if like it wasn't a vibe, then all of a sudden he didn't want to pay for me or something.
He
But
also
like,
could have instantly said, "Oh, it was in my car,"
and he lied.
and he's like, "Oh, he could have instantly like, oh yeah, my wallet was in my car. I found it in my car," and you'd be like, oh, "Okay, you know what? That makes
Exactly.
sense. Yeah, that makes sense."
But he
Yeah.
fucking
Splitting the bill.
I think it was
though,
on him the whole
if
time.
he ended up giving you the check
Yeah.
and then like, hey, do you want to go on a second date or something? Would you have?
If he gave me half the money,
Yeah.
probably because I have a low
no, gotta
self-esteem.
get the whole money.
See, if a
Oh,
girl.
yeah,
so
good point. Good point.
so
good
when
point.
you were dating,
You don't
if
live
a
on a couch.
guy doesn't pay for the whole bill,
Yeah.
do you feel like it's like a turn off? It's an
I mean, it definitely like if I was going on a first date with a
Yes.
guy right now and we were at dinner and he didn't pay for me, that would be an ick. Yeah. that
Or
would be
like
an ick.
even like 10th date.
Because I don't even like eat that much. I eat like half of everything my husband eats and like one drink. Like so,
Do
if
you
you're not
drink
gonna pay,
still?
like not much.
Not
Like
much.
very
I
little.
literally get so
Me
mad
neither.
at girls. Like I get
7 of those.
I get mad at girls and stuff because like I'm like fuck.
I'm screaming. Alex is like AA meeting. Like we're having intervention.
She didn't even like she didn't drink that much. I drink like 8 margaritas on the date, and I'm like, yeah, I fucking wasted $400 and I got a hand job.
Wait, but I have a question.
Yeah,
I have
that's
a
a good
question.
point.
Wait.
And I'm like, but it's on me.
Yeah, that's
I'm the
a
one
great
ordering.
point.
But wait.
You know what? That's a good point. Never split a bill. Girls don't eat or drink shit.
No.
Dude. Yeah.
I have a question for both of you
Yes.
guys. If you're going out with a girl that you know is way wealthier than you,
Mm-hmm.
do you still pay the bill?
Can I go first?
He's
Many
like,
girls have you
he's like,
gone
can I
out
go
with?"
first?
He's like, all the
No.
girls I go out with are way more wealthy than me.
Can I go first?
Yes, go first.
My last ex-girlfriend, she had tons of money.
That's what I'm
like
asking,
tons,
too,
driving
yeah.
a Porsche, made 6 figures a month
Yeah.
on the OnlyFans. And I still pay, like every time we go to Starbucks, Sweet Green, dinners and stuff, I pick up the tab. But there would be other occasions where like her car would be at the bar or something. Not that I even asked. She just
Yeah,
liked to
yeah,
do it,
yeah.
knowing she had more money.
But you
like
still
this.
made the effort.
I still made the effort.
That's
yeah,
nice.
That's the
exactly.
thing, is the
But
effort.
like I
Yeah.
can't support her lifestyle that she can.
Yeah.
So it's like that did a little bit
That's
make me
hard.
feel
Yeah.
less than.
You're
So-
still doing good though. 7K
Yeah.
a month's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It's
that's,
great.
That's just OnlyFans.
Oh, you got more than that.
His
See, you're
fanfics
doing
is
great
crazy.
then.
There's another one.
He's also on
there's another
Eros.
site I do
He's
show
on
my
Eros.com. Yeah.
I'm on Eros.com.
What is
yeah.
the other thing that you do?
Eros.com.
I'm screaming.
But no, that's a yes.
But what about you, Alex?
Yeah.
If you're going out with a girl, like say you're going out with like a really like wealthy girl,
Yeah.
you know she's wealthy, you're going on dates, would you pay for the date?
Yes, if I asked her on the date.
But what if you end up being in a relationship?
Yeah, you still kind of have that. That's like it depends. How broke am I, right?
You're who
yeah.
you are right now.
Okay, she's
So
paying
pretty
for
broke.
everything. No. Oh, okay, then she's definitely not richer than me.
I'm screaming.
No. Yeah, you still, but it's, like I said, I'm this. Even when I start dating a girl for real,
Yeah.
it is always the thing where I go, it's just like we'll split most checks. It just happens that way. It's not that I always pay for everything. Most girls when they start dating me, like I just for some reason it's just always been this way where they'll be like, look, we're together now. We can just start splitting things.
But I won't
Yeah,
tolerate
yeah.
that. I'm
but
always
here's the thing: is I knew she's richer than me. We go on a trip.
Yeah.
I'm not paying for a flight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's because the thing is like, hey, well, let's go on this trip. She's like, oh yeah, well, you want to book it? Here's my flight. Here's the file thing. You want to do these? We just do. That would be a thing where like
You're sitting in coach.
I get the small
No, I
stuff.
fly more than her, so I'm definitely. I'm sitting in first class, but I paid for my coach ticket.
Okay, can I tell you
But no,
something?
that makes.
Can
is
I
that,
ask?
hold on, is that crazy?
Okay, can I ask you guys something?
Well, no,
no, it's
no,
not
I-
crazy.
hold on, wait.
It's not crazy.
Yeah, like if we go on a
But
big
if she-
expensive
yeah,
trip.
yeah, she
if I'm
pays
like,
for
hey,
her
let's go to
plane
fucking
ticket,
Big Bear this
but
weekend.
if you-
I bought the place.
Yeah.
But if it's like she's like, I want to go to Paris. I'm like, I'm down to go to Paris. She said, great, let's go. I'm like,
You'll pay
we'll
for your own
yeah,
ticket,
we'll
she'll pay
split
for
everything.
hers.
We'll
Yeah.
split
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Not
If I had
that,
it, I
I'm not
would.
being like, you take care of yourself. I'm like, we're just splitting everything.
Wait, can I
I
tell
bought
you-
both tickets. Pay me for your half. That kind of
I
shit.
have to get your opinion on something.
Okay.
Okay. I know a guy who he had a girlfriend.
And then we have to get
a
out of here.
serious girlfriend, and then we're leaving.
Yeah.
A serious girlfriend, and he would fly himself first class and put her in coach.
Oh, no way.
Wasn't that
Would you
serious?
get the ick? Either no, you still get a plane ticket.
Would you think? Don't you think that's bad?
I would give her my coach first class. seat.
100%? That's what you buy. Whenever I fly with my.
He would put her in coach. And he
Whenever I would fly with
first.
Oh, with her.
No, but if I got upgraded, which I fly a lot because it just work, right? So I always get upgraded. So if I got upgraded, she was with me. I just gave her because also her seat wasn't a shit seat. I bought her basically the next
Comfort
thing.
Plus.
Yeah, Comfort Plus window seat. So I'd be like, yeah, I'm fucking fine. I'm 5'7". Any seat is comfortable.
Wait,
Yeah.
You're just in this fucking in the fucking.
Do I fit
top
on every
compartment.
couch? Flying's a breeze.
have you ever
5'7"
flown
is
a girl
great.
out to see you?
Yo, yeah. When you start dating somebody,
But not
especially what we
coach.
do-
You coach fine.
No, here's the thing: is I'll buy her a good seat, but she won't get upgraded because you can't put it on her thing. So like, but I'm not. I'll never.
I'm not paying $2,000 for you to come see me.
Well, there's been one instance where it was a last minute flight. And I was like, "You're like 28B. Sorry, it's the only flight."
you can always say that.
And
I
here's-
had a
But
really-
she was like she was great.
I had a really
She was-
famous
she was
guy
like,
try
yeah.
to fly me out, and he was gonna fly me coach, and I was like, no.
No way. Oh, you're one of those.
It was out of the country. And I was like,
well,
I'm
coach is-
not
there's
flying
certain-
coach.
That's still.
But no, regular.
cross-
All right, we're getting into territory. People are gonna start being like, "You rich fucks."
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, all
We're
right.
becoming very
No,
unrelatable right now.
No.
No, but let me just
Hello,
tell you,
guys.
it was a 13-hour flight. I'm not gonna sit 13
coaching
hours
a fucking
and coach.
international flight is basically first class. And you just don't get the.
Yeah.
But you're still like.
You get.
I went to China, coach, and it was horrible.
Yeah, but they're so little.
Really?
I'm screaming. It was
I want
horrible.
to go on one of those big, like you have your own pod.
Oh yeah, that's what I fly
You
now.
have your own pod, and that's our time.
Yeah.
and it actually is. We gotta
And
get out of
speaking
here.
of pod,
All right,
let's
where
fucking
can
cut
we-
all that last segment of us being elitist pieces of shit.
Us. I
Where-
saw that.
That's a wrong
That's what you're
Where can we find you
yes!
on? Where can
Wait,
we find
no,
you on
no.
socials? Where can we find you on
I'm screaming,
socials?
cut
Alex?
You
that
can find
out.
me at Brittany FURLAN.
Yeah, at Brittany FURLAN.
No, it's just my Alex CUREAU. It's my name. CUREAU. CUREAU. No.
Underscore XO baby Brittany
I
Furlan.
thought he was right now.
Find her
I thought he was
everywhere.
right on my Instagram. I just saw MAGA. I was like, that's so funny.
Well, that's how it is.
Alex's Instagram is just
It's-
maga.com.
Elon was right. No.
Now the 64-year-old makes
It's
sense.
just Alex CUREAU. My name's
Guys, I want to
CUREAU.
thank Remix, Jungle Tea,
Alex, like,
Astra,
oh,
Her
get
stuff
the
too.
fuck
What's her
out of
stuff?
here.
Brittany
Oh,
Furlan
everyone knows who
everywhere,
I am. It's fine.
yeah. Didn't need it. Astra, Jungle Tea, Remix. Thank you, Mike and Christian. Until
Homeless
next
people.
time. I'm gonna go fuck a
Shout out to
64-year-old
everybody.
woman.
Yes.